This is a shout out to the professional tailgaters, game day grillers, and potluck pros. Whether you bake it, smoke it, stack it, or melt it, there's nothing more important than how you cook up your team spirit while serving it with an ice-cold Coca-Cola, Coke Zero Sugar, or Coke Life. We may not all agree on the best game day food, but when you serve your meals with a Coke, you know you've got yourself a winner. Enjoy an ice-cold Coca-Cola at the Birmingham Bulls game. Coca-Cola, taste the feeling.
This presentation of Birmingham Bulls hockey can also be heard while you're on the go via the Field Pass Hockey app. Read articles on your favorite team, view photo galleries, listen to live games and podcasts from across the AHL, ECHL, and SPHL by downloading the app, now available in the Google Play and Apple app stores.
Hello again, everyone. Jody Chernesky, Greg Dreveny, and Pat Johnson live from Roanoke, Virginia, cold Roanoke, Virginia, as we get set for Game 3 of the SPHL Finals between the Birmingham Bulls and this time the homestanding Roanoke Rail Yard Dogs. Already, as we came into the building tonight, we could go on and on about the trip we had coming up here, but we won't. We'll save that for another time for our friends back home that we can share it with. It was a fun trip. But Greg, as we came in tonight, one of the first things we saw as the teams came out on the ice was Austin Rodebush, the goaltender for Roanoke, and our own favorite Matt Wiesner of the Birmingham Bulls having quite a conversation down at the center ice stripe. Tell us what you think they were doing down there.
Well, that's one of those scenarios, Jody, where you're looking at Matt Wiesner has established himself as in this league this year from the very early times of the season all the way through to the end. But every game we had, especially home games, and I didn't see it quite as much on the road, but definitely in home games, he is that guy that always gets under at least 5 or 6 opposing players' skin, and he's always chirping to them. And tonight, for the fans, so they can understand it, what goalies typically do when they come out for warm-ups is they'll come out by the red line and they'll stretch and, do their crease movements and stuff like that. And Matt Wiesner, I think he's watched Rodebush to see where does he do his stuff, what's he do in his pregame routine, and he was lined up right beside him, stretching on his own, and I just saw his head pointing east right at Rodebush, and his mouth was just going 24/7, and it's little things like that, every little advantage you could think of, especially when you come into a home rink that's going to be, packed out for less of a better term. But great to see Wiesner, and then you saw Menendahl come around, skating around. He fired a puck at him, and it's just setting the stage for a great game tonight.
If you are familiar with Sean Avery, the old Sean Avery, the New York Rangers, he used to do that religiously. He would just go to wherever the goalie was that was stretching and just bark and bark and bark and bark and bark until the goalie finally left. That's exactly what Matt Wiesner did. Josh Nenadal of Roanoke saw what was going on and from across the ice fired a puck right between his legs, and then came over and sat down at the blue line and started barking back and forth. But Jared Bethune of the Birmingham Bulls came in as well. Makes you wonder, is anything cooking tonight, or is that just gamesmanship?
Well, I think something's cooking tonight, and we'll wait and see how this one plays out. But I would have been real interested to see if there had been another Roanoke player come over and get behind Nenadal, who would have been next up for the Birmingham Bulls, because at the rate those guys were going down there, I wouldn't have been surprised if there was 5 or 6 guys on each side of the red line just nose to nose by the end of that thing. But cooler temp.
For right now.
They prevailed for right now, and Wiesner went about his game, and he started warming up on his own, getting his ritual done. So we'll see how this all plays out. But I definitely can see that there is not a lot of love between these two teams early on in this one.
Already you can see that. Actually, in the first game you saw it with, and then, of course, last game when Michael Gillespie went down. We've already had 2 major penalties here on Roanoke. Stephen Alvo got called for a major penalty in game 1, was suspended for the next game. As far as Lavalley, the gentleman who boarded Michael Gillespie, Birmingham's leading scorer throughout the season, he didn't get the suspension, which You know, it's not that I'm questioning not suspending him. I would like to know why Alvo was suspended for a game, but nothing for rivalry of Roanoke.
Well, and in that situation, Jody, that's one that I know we talked about it off the air. We talked about it some on the trip down and things like that. But for the Birmingham Bulls, that took out one of their top scorers, not just in playoffs, but also throughout the year, and Mike Gillespie. Lovely makes the hit, and okay, so we've got a guy out, and their guy sat out a game, and now he's back in. You know, typically how I remember things happening, if you were involved in a situation where you came in and you injured somebody and they were out and they could not return or were unable to return, the player that inflicted that injury, they had to sit out as long as that player was out. But maybe that was just a different era of hockey, I'm not sure. But nonetheless, it is what it is, and we'll get ready to fire it up here for Game 3.
All right, Game 3. We're down to really what has amounted to a best-of-3 series. We started this a best-of-5, split 2 games back in Birmingham. Now we're on the road for tonight and tomorrow night here in Roanoke. I just get this feeling that Game 3 tonight is going to go a long way, if not decide who wins this series. Now, granted, I've been wrong the last 3 games of what I thought was going to happen, so don't ever take what I say to heart. I just get this feeling, though, Game 3 tonight is a little bit different than Games 1 and Games 2 as far as importance go.
Well, and I'll tell you why it is so important of a game, because as Birmingham worked so hard all season to get that home ice advantage, for Roanoke to come in and split at Birmingham, now you've got so they each split 1, you wipe those 2 off the board and you reset everything and you start over. Well, now you're down to a 3-game series, and the first 2 games of that 2 out of 3 are in Roanoke. So Roanoke has actually flipped home ice advantage by coming into Birmingham and stealing a game, the first game of the series. So you are 100% correct. This is a huge game for the Bulls to come out, win tonight, and then that home ice advantage flips back in Birmingham's favor, and now it's the best 1 out of 2.
We saw Austin Lotz come out on the ice first, which always signifies what goaltender you're starting. So Austin Lotz, after the shutout on Friday night in Birmingham, he gets the return engagement right here in Roanoke. Now, it's not that Roanoke didn't have their chances. They did. Austin Lotz made at least 4 different saves that I can remember that could have easily been goals. Does that shutout get in the back of the minds of Roanoke? Do they start thinking about it? Do they start thinking, how do we solve this riddle? How do we beat this guy? Or do they just come out and play like they've always done?
Well, I think for 1 game, for 3 periods, you know, as an opposing team, you're coming back home. I don't even think that's in their thoughts right now. However, I will say, if you can go into the first period and do the same, and go into the second period and do the same, now what people typically do in the hockey world is they will start counting the periods. And, you know, if you can get up into past 6 and then into 7 and 8 into, you know, Game 4, that's pretty incredible goaltending. And, you know, we talked about this before the series even started, about Austin Lotz and how he's come along this year. And you talk about you know, while Hayden Stewart was out, Austin Lotz, he just towed the rope, and, you know, everybody got on his back, and he carried this team all the way down through. And, you know, against Huntsville, even looking at that series when Hayden Stewart, he got back from his previous injury and then fell to illness after having a great 2 games against Fayetteville. But Austin Lotz, in my perspective, he got us here. He got us here through Huntsville, so him being in the net tonight, I'm in 100% agreement with that, and he's earned it. And in the playoffs, we all know how it is. You've got to go with the goalie who is on fire.
Well, and as we've always said, we've got 2 number 1 goalies on this team. I don't know where in the state of recovery that Hayden Stewart might be, but you have to feel good knowing that if you need to, you can go to him and count on him, and at least the guys on the ice, they feel that way as well. I don't know if it's a shot in the arm if something were to happen, but nonetheless, you feel good with 2 goalies. I'm not sure it's that same way with Roanoke.
Well, when you talk about the difference between Austin Rodebush and Brody Clays, you know, it's just one of those things where Rodebush has carried the load for Roanoke this year. They've both kind of been up and down on the East Coast. You see Clay still getting called up to the East Coast, so there must be something there that somebody likes. But as far as time tested and what your numbers are and what they've done in this league this year to date, Hayden Stewart would definitely be an upgrade over Brody Clays at this point. So if I'm the Birmingham Bulls, and we'll see what kind of index we get out of Austin Rodebush tonight. But like I said, if this was, 1996, Jody, and I was down there in that net and Rodebush was doing some of the stuff that he was doing to my players, I would not be around for much of Game 3 and let alone Game 4 because I'd be gone for it too.
Well, he's definitely made a few mistakes but the thing is, though, Greg, if at this stage, this is the finals, Rodebush has had some dirty plays. I can remember in clotheslining, I think it was Jordan Martin in front of his own net, WWF style. You can't really retaliate like this because one mistake in retaliation results in one power play that results in one goal that could be the difference in not only this game but the entire finals. And you just have to somehow, some way, just keep plugging along. Am I wrong?
Well, my rule as a goalie when I played, if I was going to get a penalty, my goal was I had to take somebody with me, whether it was for a 2 or for a 5 or whatever the case may be, but I was not going to put my team in a position where they were going to be short for 2 minutes on account of myself as a goalie. You talk about the hockey gods and all that stuff we talked about before. That is not a good situation a goaltender ever wants to put their team in. And like I said, I thought it might have cooled down a little bit after the first game, but his antics continue.
Yeah.
They continue to grow. And like I said, it's a ticking time bomb with both these teams. And something is going to set somebody off, and next thing you know, it's going to be good old-fashioned old-time hockey.
Mark my word, this is when it's going to happen. When a game is either A, over with, and you know it, or B, the series is over with, and you know it, the frustrations from whichever side are going to come out, and then we're on. Right?
I would even move it up a little bit further in that spectrum, Jody, and I would say there's gonna be a come apart here between these two teams before it's decided. I think it's gonna be a key part in how it ends, but I don't think, because both teams, especially the Bulls, Roanoke, even for the last part, we thought that was Huntsville too, but at the end of it, when it was over, both teams lined up and they shook hands because you know it's over. So I don't think this one is going to go to the end for that stuff to happen. I think it's going to happen right smack in the middle. And if I was a betting guy, I would say it's going to be tonight in Game 3 when everything is still on the line.
They're going to try to get what's going to amount to a really nice crowd, a large crowd here tonight in the Berglund Center. Don't know exactly how many, but they were anticipating a little north of 5,000. And the way this building is built, that noise is right there on the ice. Thank goodness we're so high in the rafters. We've got nothing behind us except a steel rail and nothing in front of us except a wooden rail. I'm dizzy where I'm at looking at it. It's a great vantage point. You can see the entire ice. But, boy, this is dizzying to make it, just to put it bluntly. But anyway, we're going to take our first break. When we come back, we'll get into a little bit about the specifics of the game tonight, what to expect, what's been going on, and how we're going to hopefully come out of this with a 2-1 advantage. So stay with us. Jody Chernesky, Greg Dreveny, and Pat Johnson up here tonight, all the way from Birmingham helping us out. You're listening to Birmingham Bulls Hockey.
It's the classic dilemma at Whataburger. You pick up your patty melt with 2 fresh all-beef patties, melted Monterey Jack cheese, grilled onions, and creamy pepper sauce. And just when you're about to dig into Whataburger's take on this all-time classic, someone utters the dreaded words.
Can I have a bite?
Should you? Shouldn't you? Maybe you just take a big bite so you don't have to answer. Good thing that dilemma's over. Good thing there's the patty melt at Whataburger.
Hey Bulls fans, did you know the best place to score the most authentic hockey memorabilia and game day experiences all season long is with Dash Auction? The chance to meet your favorite player, take home the puck that scored the game-winning goal, or championship-winning jersey is right in the palm of your hands. Text DASH to 66866 and get ready to drop the gloves for the ultimate bragging rights. We'll see you at the auction, Bulls fans.
Winter is coming and Window World has your back, just like a sweater. The largest window replacement company in the nation gives you the best for less, the best products, the best installers, not to mention the company's strongest warranty. Winter doesn't have to mean high energy bills. Call Window World at 205-916-2189. That's 205-916-2189 or visit windowworld.com.
Welcome back to the Berglund Center here in Roanoke, Virginia. Jody Chernesky along with Greg Dreveny. We're about 10 minutes away from opening face-off tonight of Game 3 of the finals between the visiting Birmingham Bulls and the Roanoke Rail Yard Dogs. Greg, let's talk a little bit about tonight's game, what to expect. One of Birmingham's major weapons, leading scorer all year long, Michael Gillespie, as we've discussed, taken out with a boarding penalty in Birmingham, basically knocked out on the ice. He is out, of course, tonight, and the gentleman who's guilty of that, Jason Lavalley, will play. I'm sure there's reasons for that, but nonetheless, he is on the ice. We lose one of our major scorers. Anytime Michael Gillespie was on the ice, the threat of him scoring was there. That threat has been removed in a series that there's not been a lot of goals scored to begin with.
Well, that is a key point, Jody, but I don't think it's something that the Bulls are focusing on at this point. I think from the Bulls' standpoint, you know what? Every game this season, for the most part, except early on, there's always been a key player who's been out of your lineup. And, you know, whether it's Martin, Rose, you know, Turchev, I mean, you go on down the list, there's always been somebody, for whatever reason, isn't in the lineup. And so I just think that that's the way you look at it tonight, and you go out and you take care of business. But when Gillespie came out, what I did notice about the Bulls, what they did do, especially in that third period at the end of Game 2, is they were doing things that as a team they didn't do through the regular season. And what I'm talking about specifically is paying the price. Paying the price physically. They got in front of, what did we count, 8 to 10 shots blocked in that third period. And you talk about how important that is, especially when there's traffic in front. But the Bulls as a unit, every night you've got one guy out of the lineup, and the way that I look at it, tonight it's Gillespie. Hopefully he's back tomorrow. We won't know that until tomorrow. But for right now, this is the same lineup that the Bulls have won just as many games with him in the lineup as they have without him in the lineup. And I think you just refocus and you work with what you got, and everybody pulls the rope, and we pull this important one out of the fire, settle down Roanoke, and then look to do something tomorrow, unless it has to come back home for Game 5.
It's amazing how the playoffs are such different than regular season. Throughout the season, there's no doubt Carson Rose, Michael Gillespie, Jordan Martin were, at least at the first half of the season, the top line not only in Birmingham but in the entire SPHL. Only 1 point between those three players, though, in this series. And the odd fact about scoring in this series, there's only 3 players that have more than 1 point. Now, several have 1 point. Jake Papalardo leads all scorers just in the first 2 games, 2 goals, 2 assists. Nick Ford has a goal and 2 assists. And Matt Wiesner has a goal and an assist. That's it for multi-point players in the finals so far.
Well, and that goes to show you about how the Bulls have grown. And maybe at the start of the season, you know, they were, what's the word? Dependent, leaning on the production of that first line, because they were very young outside of that top line. And keep in mind, Carson Rose is just a second-year player in the league. But through the depth of the age of the rest of the kids, especially with the rookies coming in, it took them a couple of months to develop, and then now they're the ones contributing. And Wiesner is a key one. Masson's another one. I mean, you just go on down the list, and it's right now, yes, Gillespie is a dangerous threat, a true goal scorer, but now there are other guys who are stepping up to fill that void of what he left.
You were speaking of rookies. Roanoke has 7 rookies on their playoff roster, and they've contributed 2 goals and 5 assists throughout the playoffs, not just in this series. Birmingham has 8 rookies in their lineup, contributed for 21 points, 4 goals, 17 assists. That's 4 times more production from our rookies than Roanoke's rookies. And we started this entire series wondering what exactly that factor of the experience of Roanoke, having 7 players, I believe, that were in the finals last year that lost to Peoria, and Birmingham with so many rookies first time here in this situation.
Well, and I think the biggest thing that Roanoke taught those rookies in the first game of the season, Jody, was that when you make it to the finals, you haven't accomplished anything. You have to come out, and you have to come out hungry, like every shift is your last shift of the year. And I think they picked up on that, and we definitely saw a difference when the Bulls came out in Game 2, and they probably had their most complete 60-minute game that we've seen all season. But it also goes to show us that with that kind of point production out of your rookies, you talk about how the coaches come into it. Who are they playing? And you can tell the difference between Roanoke versus Coach Simchuk in Birmingham. Simmer coming in, those rookies have earned his trust, and they are getting minutes, and they are getting ice time, and it's a win-win situation. The rookies are getting rewarded with more ice time because they're out there doing the good things, and Simchuk is getting rewarded because the rookies are producing.
Right. Well, you know, we're 4 minutes away from at least the introductions and what will wind up being the opening face-off tonight. There's 2 ways I believe this first period of Game 3 can go. There's going to be a storm for Birmingham, no matter what. It will either be a up and down, we're going to try and score 3 goals on you, we're going to jam it in your goals type situation where Birmingham has to weather the storm, or Roanoke could come out and say we're going to break every bone in your body for the first 10 minutes and beat you into submission for the rest of the game. Which way do you see this going?
I see it going both ways, and I think one is going to be dependent on the other. And I think Roanoke, they're going to come out and they're going to play their 100-mile-an-hour aggressiveness, but they do that by overloading zones of the ice and putting more guys in those zones where Birmingham's pressure and speed comes from individual skating speed. And I think it's just going to be a culmination of both of those that Roanoke knows they have to slow the Bulls down. And the Bulls know what Roanoke is going to do. I think they're going to suck those guys in. They're going to push the puck into areas that Roanoke isn't and use their speed to gain the zone, get the puck deep, cycle it. And the most important thing is getting quality shots on Rodebush because he has not made very many game saves, if one that I can think of, in the first 2 games. He's stopping perimeter shots, making the saves that he's supposed to make. And, you know, in a testament to the Bulls, they still managed a way to pull out a win.
Is it still important for Birmingham to go to the net, crash the net, get the puck beneath the goal line and put pressure on there? Or do we need to get our speed game going and look for these passing games that Birmingham was so adept at making back in January, February, and March?
Interesting question. It's a culmination of both because Birmingham has to use their speed to avoid the physicality of Roanoke, get the puck deep, use their speed to get the puck back and control the play in the neutral zone. Then as they push the puck up top or east to west in the offensive zone, then those forwards, I always say, don't watch what you did. Don't stand in the corner, pass the puck to the point, and then stand there in the perimeter and see what happens from there. You have to make the play, and then 3 forwards turn, and everybody has to crash the net and look for those rebounds.
As I look across the way, we're about to take our last break before introductions and the national anthem. I see something different tonight in Craig Simchuk. Usually he's dressed in all black. Tonight he's got the gray suit on. I'm superstitious, you know that. Should that bother me?
No,
Yeah, you're smiling. You're smiling about it too, though, when you say no. The calming influence, Greg Dreveny may have a second thought about what I just said right then.
Well, here's the thought. If it was a gray suit with a white shirt, I might be a little more concerned about it, but you know what? Still got the black shirt, so he's still sporting whatever it is, and Simmer's been in the game a long time. He knows what he had to do to get ready, so maybe he changed it up for a reason.
He's got the John Brophy look going for him and has had all year. All right, we'll take our last break. When we come back, introductions, starting lineups, and the national anthem before we drop the puck on Game 3. Jody Chernesky, Greg Dreveny here at the Berglund Center in Roanoke, Virginia. Stay with us, everybody. Game 3 action coming up.
This is a shout out to the professional tailgaters, game day grillers, and potluck pros. Whether you bake it, smoke it, stack it, or melt it, there's nothing more important than how you cook up your team spirit while serving it with an ice cold Coca-Cola, Coke Zero Sugar, or Coke Life. We may not all agree on the best game day foods, but when you serve your meals with a Coke, you know you've got yourself a winner. Enjoy an ice cold Coca-Cola at the Birmingham Bulls game. Coca-Cola, taste the feeling.
It's the classic dilemma at Whataburger. You pick up your patty melt with 2 fresh all-beef patties, melted Monterey Jack cheese, grilled onions, then creamy pepper sauce, and just when you're about to dig into Whataburger's take on this all-time
All right, Jody Chernesky, Greg Dreveny back at the Berglund Center here in Roanoke, Virginia. Tonight's starting lineup first for the visiting Birmingham Bulls. On defense, Taylor Brierly, along with Artur Turchiev up front, Matt Wiesner, Zach Masson, and Jared Bethune. No changes, same starting lineup as always for the Birmingham Bulls. For Roanoke, Stephen Alvo, CJ Valerian on defense. Up front, Josh Ninadal, Garrett Sargis, and Jason Lavalley. In goal for Birmingham, Austin Lotz, a record of 3-0-2. Goals against of 1.90, had the shutout Friday. Save percentage of .924. Austin Rodebush, the only goalie that's played thus far in the entire playoffs for Roanoke, a record of 5-2, goals against of 2.16, and a save percentage of .931. And as Greg mentioned in Game 1, all 4 of these goalies, whether they're starting or as backups, once played for the Birmingham Bulls and once were coached by Greg Dreveny. So if anybody knows anything about what's going to happen goaltending-wise, it's Greg Dreveny. As the crowd gets fired up about it, here comes the Roanoke Rail Yard Dogs on the ice. Birmingham's already made their entrance. Tonight's referees, these are 2 guys that are familiar to the Bulls. They were the same referees we had in the Fayetteville and the Huntsville series. Ron Morello, along with Evan Reddick, are the referees on the line. Kyle Gasperi and Noah Ackerman. Hopefully tonight we can get some good puck drops from the linesmen. That's been my pet peeve with this crew, but maybe the referees won't be the most noticeable people on the ice, Greg.
Well, it's so important, especially when you talk about the flow of the game. When you have a game like that and the referees are just continually throwing out the centerman, resetting this side, bringing in a new guy, it just slows down that flow and takes away from the speed and the action of what we're going for and gathering that flow of the game.
All right, again, by definition, this is not an elimination game, but it certainly feels like one to me. The last thing Birmingham wants is to have to come back here tomorrow night knowing they're facing elimination. So therefore, it just feels a little bit different to me. It feels almost like a must-win game. A win tonight gives Birmingham not only an advantage in the series, but a little mental advantage as well, and puts the pressure squarely on the shoulders of Roanoke. So just in Friday night, at least in my opinion, this is a must-win for the Bulls. Greg, you've been here before. You've been in this position. What say you?
I agree 100% with that, Jody. The flipping of the home game advantage here and Roanoke having the next game here tomorrow night is huge for the Bulls. They've got to come out, they've got to bring their A game tonight, and we'll just have to see how this one shakes out because these 2 teams have been very even all year.
All right, pause with us here for a second as the singing of the national anthem and then the face-off. Okay, stirring rendition there. Crowd appreciative too. Late crowd filing in, still coming into the building. Want to take this opportunity to thank the people back in Birmingham, whether you're watching on Hockey TV or listening on our YouTube channel. The lights still dimmed here, waiting on them to be turned up. Referees are discussing something at the Bulls bench. I did not notice that they did the same thing at the Roanoke bench after the national anthem, but both referees and the linesmen as well making sure that at least in this case, Birmingham knows what they wanted them to know.
One of those scenarios where coming over, especially getting over to Coach Simchuk early, just letting them know, hey, you know what? Saying hello, they've been here before. Same referee crew, I believe, that we had for the Huntsville series and Fayetteville. So they know what the style's all about. Those two series were very well ref for the most part. Obviously, there's always going to be a little call here and there, but that's...
I do remember them being consistent, and that's all I asked. Now Wiesner and Lavalley already. I told you, Greg.
Here
Who
we
did
go.
I say? Lavalley is the guy who took Michael Gillespie out. Now Wiesner's giving a little piece of lumber on his legs well before the face-off. We'll wait for the puck to be dropped. Now Lavalley and Wiesner still going. Puck is finally dropped, and it's controlled and sent into the Bull zone. Bethune will pick it up. Banks it off the boards for Zach Masson. Masson hit on the play by Sargis. Turnover there. Alvo spins, turns for Nenadal. Nenadal spins through center ice for Valerian. C.J. Valerian drops it back for Sargis. Save made. Rebound loose. The whistle blew early. The puck was loose. Now Nenadal and Brierly pushing and shoving. Of course, Wiesner in there as well. Greg, that puck was loose when the whistle blew.
Well, loose from our standpoint and our vision point, vantage point from up here, Jody. We could see it, but that's one of those difficult scenarios where as the ref comes down the left-hand boards and the play's coming down the right-hand side, all he can really see is Austin Lotz in that position that it looks like he's holding the puck, but he can't see where the puck actually is, so he has to make that call when he loses vision of the puck.
After the face-off, puck is played far side. Romeo for Davis. Kept in at the point by Vroman. Sent right back behind the net where Chase Carter will pick it up in the corner. Hit there by Jansen. Loose along the near boards. Donahue couldn't pick it up. Vizzo had it bounce off his stick. Now it's loose just inside the blue line. Birmingham's Ryan Romeo deflects it out deep into the Roanoke zone. Played through center ice. Now it's loose there. Papalardo has it. He'll drop it back for Chase Carter. Carter sends it ahead for Donahue, who tapped it. Vroman will play it along the near side. Stampa hard. Sends it through center ice. Carson Rose, a nice play to intercept it. Takes his return pass back from Kolatarsi. Rose, a weak shot, gets behind the net. Played there by Roanoke. In their own face-off circle, Stampahar plays it off of Vroman, or excuse me, that's DeVito. Now Stubbs has it. Bounce off his stick. Luckily right to Austin Lotz, who puts the mid on and covers it. Now Nick Ford and Carson Rose pushing and shoving. Chippy, the first couple of shifts here, Greg.
It is. Roanoke came out and, like you mentioned in the pregame show, Jody, answered the bell, had a big hit, and, you know, they're looking to disrupt that speed of the Bulls, especially through the neutral zone. And so far, one thing I want to say about the Bulls here, they need to get more aggressive on those loose pucks.
Martin and Ford on the draw, won by Roanoke. That's Pepe with it, just inside his blue line. His shot is deflected loose. C.J. Stubbs had a shot at it. Martin clears to the near corner. Roanoke picks the puck up. Shot one through the crease and wide. Nick Ford has it. He's hit by Martin. Loose puck in the corner. Now Martin and Ford still fighting for it. Vizzo puts his stick in as well. Turchiev tries to get it away from Vizzo. Now Ford has it tied up. Still tied up in the near corner. Ford trying to inch it away, gets it away. Birmingham intercepts. Carson Rose ahead for McTavish. Right wing side, McTavish couldn't get around O'Day. Sends the puck around the near boards. Now a hit there on Carson Rose. Loose puck at the blue line. McTavish takes Stubbs off the play, and Brierly in his own zone sends it for Chase Carter. Nice pass ahead for Bethune, but bounces off his stick. Now Bethune will play at far boards. Can't get it in deep. O'Day picks it up. Now Bethune with a big hit there on Pepe. Tries to get the puck free for Mercado. Sargis takes it away, and Ninadal deflects one into his own bench, so a face-off will come up.
That's a
inside the Roanoke line.
Heck of a shift there by Bethune. Came in across the line. 2 hits on the far wall on the right-hand side, and you saw the pressure that he put on Pepe in the corner. Pepe didn't know what to do with it. When Birmingham attacks with speed on that forecheck, he hit him, and if Bethune could have just got away from Pepe and thrown that puck out to the slot, Masson was waiting right there, but they just couldn't convert.
Masson controls the draw, just Chase Carter with it. Sends one through the crease. Bethune deflects it high and wide. Now loose puck picked up by Mercado for Romeo. Plays it in behind the net. Steven Alvo, back from his suspension, has the puck. Spins away from Bethune, drops it back for Valerian, who tries a head-manning pass for Sargent. Finds him, look out, Lavalley's cruising in front. Lavalley's shot backhand wide. You can see that play developing from the blue line. Now the puck is sent around the far boards. Chase Carter tries to get at it. Lavalley beats him to the puck. Now Alvo puts it in deep. Romeo has it. He'll play it near side. Papalardo can't get it out. Jason Lavalley takes a shot. That's deflected wide. Roanoke changing. Birmingham will have a chance here as Chase Carter has it. Through center ice for Donahue. Papalardo pokes it in. Mike Davis going in after it. Loose puck picked up by Donahue. Back at the point for Davis Ross. Far side Kolatarsi sends one wide. Knocked aside by Rodebush before it bounces out in front. Kolatarsi again, a weak shot. Bouncing along the near boards. Donahue picks it up. Now DeCarlo tries to take it away from him, does. It spins around the far boards. Kolatarsi pitching in, gives it to Donahue. Back to Kolatarsi, takes a shot, stopped in front by Valerian, and Vizzo picks the loose puck up. For Sargis, his shot banks off the boards behind Austin Lotz. Davis Ross plays it along the near side. Papalardo gets it ahead for Donahue. That puck bounces off his stick right back into the Bull zone, but he'll get it back. And McTavish stints it past Stampelhar. Broman hit there on a nice play by McTavish. Now the puck is kept in front. McTavish is off the shot by Rose. Now a wraparound shot by Martin. No save is made. Now Martin sends it far side. Taylor Brierly with a shot. That deflected wide. Birmingham with the first pressure of the game. Arthur Turchiev looks one for a deflection from Rose. That shot save is made by Rodebush. Picked up by Marcin Kavics. A penalty is coming up. This is going to be a slash on Roanoke. Birmingham with some pressure there causing the penalty, Greg.
Well, it was only a matter of time, Jody, with Vroman there on the side of the net. You can see they are taking exception to Carson Rose anytime he's in the offensive zone, and they're sticking and hooking every chance they get. And Carson Rose there on the side of the net went to play the puck, and Vroman just whacked the stick right out of his hands.
Pat, what's the call?
Here at 4:45, we do have Roman coming to the box, number 3 for Roanoke, and he will be sitting for 2 minutes for slashing.
All right, Roman 2 minutes for slashing. Face off in the Roanoke zone. Bethune on the draw had it, but O'Day takes it away, shot it right into his own netminder. Birmingham's McTavish picks the loose puck up. Back for Romeo now. That penalty is over with. Only 9 seconds into the power play. Birmingham's McTavish, that's Jared Bethune, going to go off the ice, I believe, for slashing. That's what I'm talking about, retaliation. You get an extra man advantage, and you just give it away, Greg.
Well, in Roanoke, you can see there that they are very aggressive with their sticks in the stick lanes and stuff like that. But from Jared Bethune's standpoint, you cannot just upheave the stick up in the air like that. So yeah, that's a critical mistake there by the Bulls.
Pat, what's the call?
Actually, the only change to that is it was interference. So it ended up being interference on number 26, and that is at 4:55.
All right, so we're at 4-on-4 hockey as the face-off in the Bull zone. Controlled. Turchiev has it behind its own net. He's watched in front by Stubbs. Looking for a place to go. He'll backhand one along the near side for Papalardo, and he'll return it right back for Turchiev. Ahead for Papalardo. O'Day back defensively. Papalardo spins, tries to set up Mercado. Mercado in front. His pass is intercepted by O'Day, and look out, here comes Stubbs at center ice. Forward with him. Stubbs takes the shot high and wide. It's the second 2-on-1 break for Roanoke, Greg. Both of them resulted in not even a shot on goal.
Well, that's a dangerous play there by the Bulls in the offensive zone where Turchiev just sort of got caught on the in-between area between the top of the circles and the blue line, and that Stubb recognized that, and he went around the far wall past the Birmingham D, creating that 2-on-1 opportunity, and that's a big missed opportunity by Roanoke there, and that was a heck of a shot, but when you don't hit the net, doesn't count for anything.
All right, what's your take on this as we have our first media timeout of the game? 14:33 to go, first period, no score. What's your take on the Bulls so far?
Pretty even. You know, I think the Bulls, for the most part, they've had more offensive chances. You know, they just couldn't convert on a couple of times, but I like it when the ice is tilted in Roanoke's direction and the Bulls are playing in Roanoke's end. Don't like the offensive penalties down there in their zone, but
you mentioned even. We're even at one game apiece, and both teams have scored 4 goals in this final, so we can't get much more even than that. Still at 4-on-4 hockey, at least for another minute 15, unless another call is made. Now, giveaway just behind the net. Luckily, Birmingham intercepts a centering pass. DeVito had it. He could have just walked around and wrapped it in. Romeo behind his own net, watched by DeVito. Ryan Romeo thought about giving it to Rose. He'll skate away for Davis Ross. Now he'll give it to Carson Rose. Inside the Roanoke zone, his shot deflected by Alvo, who will pick the puck up off the boards. Steven Alvo back in the Bull zone for DeVito. Gets around Ross, backhander, looking for Lavalley, couldn't connect. Now Valerian with a shot. That's made, save made, rebound, save again by Austin Lotz. Lotz robbed him that time. Now Valerian backhands it right back in. Giveaways. Davis Ross has it. He'll try and set it up for Romeo. Romeo comes behind Lotz once again. 4-on-4 hockey for another 24 seconds. Davis Ross ahead for Wiesner. Can't tip it in the zone. Jansen picks it up. Gives it for Brendan Pepe. Ninadal streaking. Matt Wiesner takes the puck away. Tries to get away from Jansen, and Ninadal can't. But the pass was centered. Turchiev was the only one there, and he'll send it ahead for Zach Masson. Masson brings it in, tries to cut around. O'Day does, but Rodebush took the puck away and Zach Masson out at the same time. Now for at least 5 more seconds, Roanoke on a power play before Jared Bethune steps back on the ice. Brendan Pepe skates through center ice, gets away from Bethune as that 9-second power play counts, but no score still. Now Bricado has it near boards. Dangerous pass through the middle. McTavish knocks it to the boards. Vizzo in front, had Jensen there, he couldn't deflect it. And Taylor Brierlich just clears the zone. Bethune and Bricado giving chase. Bricado taking off the play, and down he goes. Loose puck now along the near boards. Bethune tries to get it and pick it up. He'll send it back for Carter. Far side for Kolatarsi. Now ahead for Bricado. Bricado looks for Davis. Davis has it, stick to side, rebound right there. Bethune couldn't get it past the defense. Now Chase Carter will bounce one off the boards behind the net. Steven Alvo picks it up. Outlet pass for Vizzo. Ahead for DiCarlo. Chase Carter on him, takes him out of the play. And Kolatarsi wraps it around the boards, but not out. Alvo in front. Carter again deflects it, and Birmingham clears. 12 minutes to go, first period, no score. Stampahar, cross-ice pass for Sargis, who'll try and skate into the Bull zone. Does. Kolatarsi couldn't get control. Loose puck right in the slot. Picked up by Papalardo. Puts the brakes on at the center ice stripe. He loses the puck off his stick. Gives it up for Marcin Kavics. Marcin Kavics avoids one check. Picked up by Veroman. Down low, back to Stampahar. His shot is weak, goes wide. Stubbs has the rebound for a second. Chase Carter has it taken away from him, but he takes it right back from DeVito, and he'll wrap it around the boards for Davis Ross. Ahead for McTavish, who clears the zone. DeVito brings it into the Bull zone for C.J. Stubbs. Stubbs a shot right into the midsection of Lotz, and he'll hold on. Traffic in front as Nick Ford and McTavish will be separated, pushing and shoving, but once again, another save by Lotz.
Good save there by Austin Lotz. And Jody, we talk about it so much about what works in hockey and what doesn't work in hockey, and both teams have been victim to giving up a grand scoring opportunity from a backhand. One by Martin and one by Menadal. That Menadal, he gave it up backhander behind our net. Masson picks it up, goes all the way down and almost scores on Rodebush.
Weak backhanded pass usually result in an interception and a scoring chance. Birmingham from center ice. That's McTavish, tips it into the zone. Lavalley and Pepe back there. Now Martin comes in to try and get it away along with McTavish. Puck comes free around the near boards. Turchiev pinching in. Back at the point. Rose takes a shot. Pad save. Rodebush. Puck behind the net now. McTavish and O'Day fighting for it. Comes free where it's picked up by Lavalley. He'll send it far side, or near side that is, taken away by Carson Rose. Carson Rose back and score! Carson Rose takes the pass away off the intercepted pass and backhands one top shelf on Rodebush. Birmingham breaks the ice, 1-0 Bulls.
What a play by Carson Rose. Came in down the left side. Little dipsy doodle there. He picked up a loose puck that was just kind of an errant, wasn't really going anywhere. Picked it up below the dot, came in, faked going behind the net, cut back across Rodebush, and what a play to bury it over his top glove hand.
Pat, what's the call?
And although we're still waiting right now to get the assist on that, I can tell you that was Carson Rose's 4th goal in the playoffs, and that was at 9:22.
All right, Carson Rose, 4th goal, 9:22 of the first period. Birmingham, record of 4-1 when scoring first. Icing is called on the play. The faceoff will come back down in the Roanoke zone. Big goal there. That first one, I don't know what it is. It's been this way all year long, but it just seems to be a big goal, Greg.
Well, you can see the frustration in Roanoke's players there, especially 26 Nenadal came over and just broke a $300 stick on the goalpost. You know, it doesn't do anything. It just shows you're frustrated.
Face off to the left of Rodebush. Masson and Vizzo. They'll try it again. Puck drop, lays loose. Colatarsi wraps it around the boards. It'll come around near side. Watch out, Davis Ross pinching in. Wiesner, a good job to take his place and put it right back in the zone. If you're going to pinch, you better make sure somebody's going to take your spot. Vizzo with it. Banks one off the boards for Jansen, who will send it into the Bull zone where Lotz will stop it. Gives it to Chase Carter. Off the boards, but not out. Shot taken, blocked in front. Look out, here we go. Mike Davis, if Bethune can hurry, 2-on-1. Davis with the puck. Tries to get around in front for Bethune, just out of his reach. Shot was there. Carter takes it. Sent aside by Rodebush. Around the boards now, Papalardo leaves it for Romeo. Near side, Carter. Chase Carter. Donahue shot deflected by Alvo, almost into his own net. Now the puck is played far side. Jansen will try and get it out. Birmingham putting the pressure on. Finally, Roanoke clears. Back in the Bull zone as Roanoke changes line. Chase Carter sends it ahead for Davis, who will send it deep, and Birmingham changes as well. Roman plays it for C.J. Stubbs, who will skate away. Brierly over there with him. Now sets it up for Stampahar, score. Bulls defense got caught. Good play along the left wing side. Stampahar was trailing the play as a defenseman and just snapped it to the left side of Austin Lutz. And with 9:15 to go in the first period, score tied at 1.
You can see that play developing as Roanoke carried the puck down that far side. The Bulls all gravitated kind of over. Stampahar, as a defenseman, came in as that 4th attacker. He got hit through the seam over here. Austin Lutz tried to get across. That's a lot of ground to cover. Good shot by Roanoke, 1-1 game.
That centering pass went through 3 Bulls players. It's just a perfect pass. You got the call over there, Pat.
All I have right now is Stampahar's first goal of the playoffs. No assist yet given, but on the Birmingham goal for Rose, they're still saying that was an unassisted goal. I feel like they may give another look.
Carson Rose, they probably will look again, but we're back to action. Here's Turchiev. Backhands one to center ice. Roman, look out, he loses it. It's taken away from him by McTavish. He drops it back for Turchiev, a shot deflected by Martin, goes into the corner. Now Nick Ford has it. Banks one off the boards into center ice. C.J. Stubbs has it. Had DeVito streaking left wing side. Couldn't hook up with him. The puck is played behind the net. Turchiev there, tied up by Ford. Puck comes free for Martin. McTavish can't get it out. O'Day keeps it in for DeVito. DeVito sends it into the near corner. Lavalley giving chase. He's hit on the play by Turchiev. The skates of Turchiev trying to poke the puck free. Brierly does. Comes straight to Nick Ford. Nick Ford sends it for Pepe. Shot. Never made it through. Good block there by Rose. Now it's blocked by Martin. Far boards. Nenadal picks it up. for Jason Lavalley. Centers one for Sargis. He'll have to curl around. Garrett Sargis takes the shot. Save made by Lotz. McTavish takes the puck, clears. Martin will skate through center ice and just dump it in. Right in on Rodebush, makes the save. He clears the puck himself ahead for Nenadal. Ross takes him off the play. Kolatarsi picks the loose puck up, can't clear. Valerian with a shot. Masson will pick the loose puck up as Birmingham trying to take some shots away, getting in the shooting lanes and blocking some shots. Now Lotz will leave it for Kolatarsi. 7:35 to go, first period. Score tied at 1. Davis Ross with the puck, near boards. Long pass ahead from Masson, out of his reach. And as Alvo touches up, icing will be called on the Bulls.
And we can see the similarities in both these teams, especially, and it's almost like mirror images right now we're seeing in both offensive zones. The Bulls are very dangerous when they move the puck. Their guys are jumping around, filling in different lanes. Roanoke's having trouble picking them up and staying with their guys defensively, which is opening up scoring opportunities for the Bulls. Unfortunately for the Bulls, we're having the same problem against Roanoke guys in our offensive end, in our defensive end. And Roanoke, they're jumping, they're in coverage one-on-one with the guy, and then they're transitioning out. They're jumping into open ice, and sometimes both teams in both their defensive zones are just missing those reads and change-ups.
Same similarities that we had in game one. Birmingham scores, Roanoke answers right back.
Especially under a minute, right back down, and they just set it up. So, this.
But these are two good hockey teams.
Yes.
They didn't get here by accident.
Right. It is the finals.
Jared Bethune, Billy Vizzo on the faceoff in the Bulls zone. That goal pulled the crowd back into this game for sure off the draw. Davis Ross picks it up, banks it off the boards for Masson. He gets away from him, picked up in front, played for Jansen. Puck comes right in on Lotz, and he holds on. Once again, you got to be careful with that puck in your own zone.
Well, and I think, Jody, what we're seeing here on both teams, because, from Roanoke's standpoint and from the Bulls, I think we're seeing a lot of nerves here tonight. It is a lot of people here tonight, 5,000 people. You're in the big third game of the 5-game series, and guys just haven't settled in yet on either side, I don't think.
Off the draw, Roanoke wins. That's DiCarlo with a shot. Through the crease, the puck goes. Now it's near boards, kept in by Valerian. Mac Jansen has the puck. He's hit on the play by Chase Carter. Good play there, ties the puck up. Puck comes free. Donahue tries to poke it out from away. He does. Papalardo lost it. Lotz will leave it for him. Now Jake banks one off the boards. Down the ice it goes. No icing. Donahue touches up. Wiesner lost his edge, goes down. Billy Vizzo skates away. 4-on-3, drops it. Valerian couldn't pick it up. Papalardo does. Now they'll rule this one offside. The linesman blew the whistle, Greg, but the puck is coming back for a faceoff in the Roanoke zone. Did they rule that icing?
Interesting. I'm not sure about that.
The puck was at the blue line. Was it a high stick, maybe?
There you go.
All right, high stick is the call. It touched the puck with a high stick, not the penalty. So the faceoff comes back in the Roanoke zone. Ford along with Jordan Martin. 6:37 to go, first period. Score tied at 1. Stampahar picks the puck up for Roanoke. He'll start the play ahead for DeVito. DeVito has Brierly in front, so he dumps it in. Lott stops it, plays it behind his back. DeVito had it bounce over his stick. Brierly will pick up the puck. He'll give it to Jordan Martin for Turchiev. Ahead, just past McTavish. It may have bounced over his stick, and Vroman sends it right back in. Around the boards, DeVito plays it. DeVito with a shot stick to side by Lotz. Rebound picked up, far side, Matt O'Day in front. DeVito seems like he's been out there the entire first period. Nick DeVito has the puck. Tries to get around Martin, or Rose, he does. DeVito in the slot, save made by Lotz. All alone in the slot, and the puck bounces over Lavalley's stick. He'll have to retreat. Birmingham changing. Sargis picks the puck up, cuts in front of Brierly. A big save by Lotz. Rebound right to Sargis. He tried a centering pass. Lotz blocked that one. Now loose puck along the corner. Taylor Brierly just lifts one to get it out. and relieve the pressure. Lavalley has it. He'll drop it back. Roanoke putting the pressure on now. Ninadal has it bounce off his skate. Davis Ross will play it. He's hit there by Ninadal. Bethune will pick the loose puck up. Drops it back for Davis Ross. Don't go out in front of your own net, Davis. Back behind the net, he'll play it. Gives it up for Bethune. Jared Bethune through center ice for Davis. Drops it back for Bethune just out of his reach. Good idea. Just didn't work. Ross sends it around the boards. Pepe plays it to center ice. Look out, that could be too many men.
Oh.
The whistle blows. I don't know if it's too many men or not, but I believe that's what they're going to call. Yeah, too many men on the ice on the Bulls. That puck cleared, went right in front of the Roanoke bench to the Bulls bench while the Bulls were changing.
Yep.
And it hit a player, too many men on the ice. Wow.
And it was just kind of a lazy clear by Roanoke, and the puck was just kind of trickling up. Unfortunately, coming right into that area of the Bulls bench where the guys had kind of ended their shift, so to speak, and were coming to the bench, and the Bulls jumped a little bit early, and the puck just went right through all their feet. And you talk about a costly.
Yes, sir. Looks like Donahue will serve the penalty. Pat, what you got?
Well, not a lot to say on that one. It is what it is. Too many men on the ice. Bounced off somebody's skate, and now we're in the box for 2 more minutes.
4:49 remaining in the first. That penalty at 15-11 of the first period. Score tied at 1. This will be Roanoke's second power play of the night. Their first one was an abbreviated 9-second power play, but that counts.
And once again, another play. You talk about nerves and things just not really looking right here either way. That was another broken play that Bulls got to come out here and have a 2-minute PK.
Far side, played by Jansen. Watched by Bricado and Ross. Drops it back. C.J. Stubbs has it. Curls away from McTavish. Stubbs off the boards. Bricado intercepts and clears it now. Bricado has it. No offside. Sends it in for McTavish. O'Day knocks it away from him. And Mac Jansen skates away through center ice. Has Stubbs with him. Jansen tries to cut around behind the net. Leaves it for O'Day. For Nick Ford return for Matt O'Day. Ford for DeVito. Tries to get it in front. Bethune blocks it. Now it's played behind the net. Lotz will just put his big mitt out there on the side of the net and glove it and hold on. What happened along the Bulls bench there, Greg?
Just before.
Right. Something happened. The Bulls bench was going crazy about something.
Well, Bricado was coming up, and he couldn't dump the puck in because he was getting hooked from behind.
Okay.
And as quickly as they evened up that last one when the Bulls were on the power play, I thought for sure that that's what we were going to see there, but
well, that makes sense.
Did not get called, and it happens.
A minute 15 remaining on the penalty. 4:03 in the period. Face off in the Bull zone. Ryan Romeo comes away with it, banks one off it. The board's an out. Alvo has it. Taking his own sweet time, Stephen Alvo. Slowly skates ahead through center ice, gives it for Alex DiCarlo, drops it. Nenadal, return for DiCarlo. In front, Sargent was there, deflected away, and Brierly clears the zone.
Big clear by Brierly there.
48 seconds remaining on the power play. DiCarlo with it. For Stephen Alvo, drops it right at the blue line for Lavalley. Lavalley in front, deflected by Sargent wide. Now DiCarlo has it near side. Back to Lavalley, far side, Alvo. Fakes the shot, now it comes in deep. Rose intercepts and clears the puck down the ice. 25 seconds remaining on the power play for Roanoke. Roanoke out shooting Birmingham 11-7. Down to the last 15 seconds on the power play before Donahue comes back on the ice. One last shot maybe for Roanoke. C.J. Stubbs pass for Ford, deflected by the Bulls. Now Carter takes Ford out of the way as the puck comes free. Right there for Stubbs. Down low, DeVito passes one through the crease. Donahue's back on the ice. They score. Bad angle goal by Nick Ford below the faceoff circle. That puck got behind Austin Lutz and caught the far left corner of the net. It wasn't a power play goal, but it was the result of one.
It was Carson Rose coming in. He was one-on-one with Ford there. and I think he thought Ford was going to dump it around the net to the other side. He curled off Ford, and Ford just rehandled the puck, and he ripped one, and he caught everybody off guard on that one, including Austin Lotz, and I think that's what he'd like to have back.
All right, we're back to action there. Once again, puck's in the Bull zone. Taylor Brierly, lazy pass there, taken away by Stubbs. Brierly takes it right back. He knows he has to do something. Now Stubbs takes his clearing pass and leaves it for O'Day. Through center ice, Turchiev knocks it away. Mike Davis has to wait on Donahue to clear the zone. He'll circle back and give it to Turchiev. He's hit by Stubbs. Loose puck, Pepe has it. Long pass ahead for DeVito, all the way down the ice. Icing will be the call on Roanoke. Pat, you got the call?
Yeah, we've got it now. We've got Nick Ford. That's his third goal. Power play goal, of course, that was. With 23, Stubbs getting the assist, and number 5. I'm assuming they mean somebody. That's number 29, Nick DeVito.
All right. Nick DeVito's number 7.
29 is Pepe.
29 is Brendan Pepe, so we'll get the assist to Pepe. Unless they messed it up, that's okay. We've got it. Face off to the right of Rodebush. Bethune drops it on the draw. Ross pinches in front, score! Zach Masson, back door, tips that pass in from Ross. He was all alone. Far post. He tips it in, and just like that, Birmingham answers. We're tied at 2.
David Ross, right off the draw, comes back to Ross. He goes straight down the wall, and Zach Masson comes in right off the hash marks, just put his stick in the right spot. Ross hits his stick and right in the net. Unbelievable play by the Bulls to tie this at 2.
Get your sticks on the ice and leave them there, young players.
Amen.
Good things happen. 2:06 to go, first period. Tied at 2. Davis Ross sends one around the boards. McTavish giving chase, keeps it in. Tips into the near or far corner. Now it comes this side for Stampahar, who gives it to Jansen. Off the skates of Vizzo, he'll pick it up. Kolatarsi pokes it away from him. Joey Kolatarsi gets hit on the play by Vizzo. Still down. No call. Referee standing right in front of him. Now Marcin Kavics has it. Stampahar just inside the blue line, walks down in front. That one deflected wide. Marcin Kavics picks it up, hit by Kolatarsi, causing the turnover for McTavish. Come on, watch where you're clearing it. Intercepted there by Roanoke. Jansen keeps it alive. Vizzo off the boards. Played there by Vroman, and smartly, come on.
Yep.
Lodge covers it up. Jansen pokes at it. You're not supposed to do that, and Martin comes in, gives him a bump. He knows better.
I tell you what, Martin came around there and let Jansen know. But if I'm Austin Lotz, I'm telling Kolatarsi, anybody does that and you're pursuing them from behind, you need to be the one going over the boards and letting them know we're not going to stand for that.
I don't like to see these lazy passes between the face-off circles, Greg, and that in the defensive zone, and that's what I'm seeing here. Is that a lack of confidence? Just not confident in yourself to clear?
I'm still holding everything to nerves, Jody.
All right, Alvo with a shot, never made it through. Wiesner picks it up, lifts one high. Lavalley takes it. He's hit from behind. Now Carter hits him as well. Loose puck comes free. That's Sargis with it. Centering pass for Lavalley. Save made by Lotz, and that was a good one, folks. That one could have been a big, big difference in this game. Wiesner ahead off the skate of Bricado. Valerian has it. Drops it back for Steven Alvo. We're down to less than a minute. 45 seconds to go as Sargis rips one in around the boards as Roanoke changes. Bethune has it. He lifts one high into the Roanoke zone out of his net. Rodebush plays it. Long pass ahead for Stubbs off his stick. Bounces out of play, and with 29 seconds remaining here in the first period of play, we're tied at 2. Pat, what you got?
Yeah, so that second goal for the Bulls was Zach Masson, his second goal of the playoffs, and the assist was Davis Ross.
Davis Ross on the assist. It was a nice play by Ross. It made me a little nervous to see him pinching in, but what a play by Zach Masson right there at the back door to poke it in.
When you convert, it's worth the pinch.
Ford wins the draw. Pepe sends it around the boards. Brierly gives chase, tips it out. We're down to 20 seconds to go in the first period. Loose puck at center ice. Papalardo tries to take it. Comes free. DeVito He sends one in. Brierly with good play to poke check it right back out of the Bulls zone. 10 seconds to go in the period. Played by Matt O'Day. Davis backhands one in. This will do it for the first period as O'Day leaves it for Pepe. That was an exciting first period. We saw a little bit of everything. Good physical play, great saves, good passing, excellent answering of goals by both teams. And what we have is a 2-2 hockey game at the end of one period of play.
For me, Jody, it was all those things, but I'm still holding tight to something that we're watching on both teams out there on the ice. The puck's bouncing funny. The passes just aren't tape to tape, and there's just a lot of uncharacteristic things that are happening out there on both sides of the puck. And what I'm really waiting for is one of these teams to step up, because the game is there for the taking. And I kind of see both teams kind of bobbling around out there between, 90% to 80%, and, they have peaks and valleys, but the first team to step on the gas here is going to blow this thing wide open, because I think defensive zone coverage at both ends is very dangerous. And for those of you who watched that Boston game last night, the last big play that Roanoke had and missed the net on that conversion is the exact same thing that happened with Boston when they lost the game. 5 guys collapsed down to the house, and they were watching the puck behind the net with 2 of Florida's players, and that exact same thing just happened for the Bulls, where 5 guys in your zone, the top 2 guys have to look for those deep, because Roanoke are exploiting that on the Bulls right now, just as the Bulls are exploiting it, the poor defensive coverage by Roanoke.
Well, we got a good one going here. This has been by far the most exciting of any of the games as we speak. The score at the end of one period of play, Roanoke 2, Birmingham 2. Stay with us. Birmingham Bulls hockey will return.
It's the classic dilemma at Whataburger. You pick up your patty melt with 2 fresh all-beef patties, melted Monterey Jack cheese, grilled onions, then creamy pepper sauce, and just when you're about to dig into Whataburger's take on this all-time classic, someone utters the dreaded words.
Can I have a bite?
Should you? Shouldn't you? Maybe you just take a big bite so you don't have to answer. Good thing that dilemma's over. Good thing there's the patty melt at Whataburger.
Hey Bulls fans, did you know the best place to score the most authentic hockey memorabilia and game day experiences all season long is with Dash Auction? The chance to meet your favorite player, take home the puck that scored the game-winning goal, or championship-winning jersey is right in the palm of your hands. Text DASH to 66866 and get ready to drop the gloves for the ultimate bragging rights. We'll see you at the auction, Bulls fans. This presentation of Birmingham Bulls hockey can also be heard while you're on the go via the Field Pass Hockey app. Read articles on your favorite team, view photo galleries, listen to live games and podcasts from across the AHL, ECHL, and SPHL by downloading the app, now available in the Google Play and Apple App Stores.
Winter is coming, and Window World has your back, just like a sweater. The largest window replacement company in the nation gives you the best for less, the best products, the best installers, not to mention the company's strongest warranty. Winter doesn't have to mean high energy bills. Call Window World at 205-916-2189. That's 205-916-2189, or visit windowworld.com.
You are the barbecue boss, the sultan of spatula.
And upon the first bite of Whataburger's barbecue bacon burger, you think, hey, I could make this.
Your barbecue sauce might not be as smoky, and you probably wouldn't put both smoked cheddar and Monterey Jack on it. And you... Wait, is that bacon? Good thing there's room for more than one poobah of the pit.
Good thing there's the limited-time barbecue bacon burger at Whataburger.
This is a shout out to the professional tailgaters, game day grillers, and potluck pros. Whether you bake it, smoke it, stack it, or melt it, there's nothing more important than how you cook up your team spirit. while serving it with an ice-cold Coca-Cola, Coke Zero Sugar, or Coke Life. We may not all agree on the best game day foods, but when you serve your meals with a Coke, you know you've got yourself a winner. Enjoy an ice-cold Coca-Cola at the Birmingham Bulls game. Coca-Cola, taste the feeling.
Jody Chernesky and Greg Dreveny. Jody Chernesky and Greg Dreveny back at the Berglund Center here in Roanoke, Virginia. Really exciting, fast-paced, but really crazy first period of play as far as the giveaways and the chances go. Thank goodness Austin Lotz came and ate his Wheaties before the game because he had to make a few stops. First goal scored by Birmingham. Carson Rose, an unassisted goal, is fourth of the playoffs. That goal came at 9:22 of the first period. Just that quickly, at 10:45, John Stappahar scores his first goal as a defenseman trailing the play. Took a nice pass. C.J. Stubbs, Jared Roman with the assist. Roanoke took a 2-1 lead at 17:16 of the first on Nick Ford's third goal of the year. DeVito and Stubbs on the assist. Before just a few seconds later, and I do mean that, Zach Masson took a nice play there from Davis Ross. Masson scores a goal at 17:54 the first, his second of the playoffs, and we're tied at 2.
And one of those things, Jody, where as we're watching this game unfold, and I'm not going to say they're let-ups or it's like either team gets up a goal and then the other team immediately charges right back and just answers. And, like I said, very interesting game to sit up here and just watch and you see, but I believe if the Bulls can find that gear that they had in Birmingham, and like I said, they're playing a very good game, but I don't think Roanoke, the way they came out in game one, they're not coming out like that, and I don't think that the Bulls are coming out 100% the way they did in Birmingham, and the first team to do that, the Bulls just need to find that next gear and come out here, and I think Roanoke is right for the picking.
Well, I was going to ask you about that. This is the type of game that Birmingham loves. This is Birmingham Bulls hockey, up and down, fast pace. You make a mistake, I'll make you pay. 14-8, we were outshot in the first period, but still, this has got to favor Birmingham, no?
Well, it did. I think it favored them because in the beginning what you saw is Roanoke came out, and I don't think for the first 5 minutes they were interested in playing hockey. They were too busy skating around, hitting everything. Great job finishing all their checks, but it was almost they were so focused on hitting and trying to send a message that they forgot about playing hockey, and the Bulls got up about 6-2 in shots, and the ice was tilted this way, and then somebody hit the reset button for Roanoke and said, hey guys, we got to play some hockey here too, or we're going to be in trouble. And then they battled back, and now you've got an end-to-end hockey game going on. I would still like the Bulls to clean up the defensive zone because I tell you what, Austin Lotz especially, and granted that the second goal from Roanoke that Ford had from the side wall just inside the hatch marks, Austin Lotz does not get beat from there many times.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
Yep, but at the same note, 2 or 3 times Austin Lotz has made game saves, especially on Sargis coming down the right side. And folks, Sargis came in, cut across the goal line, and he went all the way from the right post around the top of the paint all the way across, and Austin Lotz stayed with him the entire time, and Sargis had him at one point, and then Lotz found that extra little effort, and he got his skate, kicked his skate out there, and you talk about an unbelievable game save. For me in the first period, that's the save of the night so far.
I still would love to know what it is that a defenseman in your own zone is so nervous about or so cautious about that they grip their stick so tight they can't make a good crisp pass. Forget about the icing. If it's icing, so what? But what winds up happening is a slow, lazy pass between the face-off circles, and Greg, 9 times out of 10, that results in a scoring chance.
Well, and in this situation with the added pressure of being on the road, of being game 3, such an important game and stuff like that, Jody, I think that guys are just trying to make a quick, easy play. Let me get the puck off my stick, move it forward. But I don't like any time for my team, I'll say that my defensemen come out and they try and pass a puck in our zone to a forward unless the guy's streaking out and it's a pass that's going to cross the blue line if the forward misses it.
All right, we got 8.5 minutes to go before the start of the second period. You stay with us. We're going to take a break. We'll come back in about 8 minutes, maybe 7, and we'll set up the second period. At the score at the end of one period of play, Birmingham 2, Roanoke 2. You're listening to Birmingham Bulls Hockey.
This is a shout out to the professional tailgaters, game day grillers, and potluck pros. Whether you bake it, smoke it, stack it, or melt it, there's nothing more important than how you cook up your team spirit while serving it with an ice-cold Coca-Cola, Coke Zero Sugar, or Coke Life. We may not all agree on the best game day food, but when you serve your meals with a Coke, you know you've got yourself a winner. Enjoy an ice-cold Coca-Cola at the Birmingham Bulls game. Coca-Cola, taste the feeling.
Jody Chernesky and Greg Drevany, along with Pat Johnson, back at the Berglund Center here in Roanoke, Virginia. Entertaining first period, interesting first period. A lot of mistakes really on both sides. Some excellent goaltending out of Austin Lotz as usual. And we're right back where we started. We're even. No one winning, 2-2. No worries. We'll come back out and try this again for another 20 minutes as we're about set to start the second period of play.
From the Bulls standpoint, with the Bulls coming out here in the second period, I would feel a lot better looking back at my goaltender and seeing Austin Lotz in net, the way that he put together that first period, especially getting outshot 14-8. Lotz is having a solid net in front of you. The other guys just need to clean it up, play the simple hockey, north and south, clear your zone, use your speed, because if the Bulls can do that in this period, Roanoke will be in trouble.
All right, here we go. Second period action. We're underway. Bulls gain control as Turchiev has it in his own zone. Tries to steer away and does for Jared Bethune. Backhands one behind Rodebush. Played there by Valerian around the side. Masson loses it. Sargis skates away. He's hit by Bethune still with the puck, though. Good poke check by Taylor Brierly. Knocks it away from him. Birmingham clears. There's Zach Masson. Drops it for Turchiev. Masson did go ahead of the play, the offside, so therefore face-off will come outside the blue line.
Interesting play there by Masson. Came across at the blue line, and he actually shoveled the puck from the left side to the right side across the blue line. I thought that the puck was over the blue so he could carry it across the blue line, even though Turchiev hadn't got to the puck yet.
Off the draw, controlled by Roanoke. Roman sends it far side for Stampahar, and back comes DeCarlo into the Bulls zone. Chase Carter pokes it away from him, knocks it free, and back comes Birmingham that quickly. Mike Davis through center ice. Roman back defensively. Davis sends a shot that went way into the stands and out of play. So a face-off will come up again.
And I'll tell you one thing, Jody. Something that I've noticed about this rink is it's very oval. And when I say oval, like the rink in Birmingham, the corners go deeper. And if you notice, it seems like there's a lot more area behind the net back to the yellow than there is from the corner of the post to the side of the wall.
Shouldn't they all be standards, the ice side?
No, could be, but.
All right, off the draw, Ryan Romeo takes it. He'll send it low, and Donnie, who tried to send one in front, couldn't do it. Romeo keeps it alive for the Bulls for Davis. Down low for Donahue. Donahue with the puck, wraps one behind the goal line for Davis, takes a hit there from Stampahar, and the puck comes free for Roanoke, and here we go. DeVito once again on the ice, has the puck in the Bull zone, drops it for Ford. Can't get around Kolatarsi in the near corner. Puck is played there by Stubbs. Stubbs centered one for DeVito, has it, takes the shot again. Big save by Austin Lotz. Now Stubbs takes the centering pass, save, rebound, Ford, save again. Roanoke with the pressure on Bulls, penalty going to come up on Papalardo as he took down his man in front. Puck still alive in the Bull zone. Papalardo touches up, but holy cow, Greg, 3 huge saves in a row by Austin Lotz. I don't know how either of them didn't go in.
I'm telling you, Austin Lotz standing there, even after that penalty call.
Wow.
He is so calm and collected back there in that crease. I got to take my hat off to him there and say he is doing something right now that I would not be able to do, because I would be going bananas right now, skating to the bench, telling somebody, send a message, guys got to wake up in front of me.
What you got, Pat? What's the call?
133, we've got Papalardo in for the cross check here.
So this will be Roanoke's third power play of the night. Remember, they haven't scored, but they did seconds after one expired. So even though they didn't score on their last power play, they scored as a result of one. Now Alvo drops it down. Lavalley has it. Lavalley takes a shot. Save made. Rebound pops to the near face-off circle. Back to Lavalley. Mercado tries to take it away. Can't. Jason Lavalley skates behind Lotz. Looks for somewhere to go. Far side Alvo. At the point Alvo. DeCarlo has it. Down low. Knocked away by Brierly off the boards. Loose. Lavalley has it. He'll send it again behind the goal line. The puck has stayed in the Bulls on this entire power play. So far, we're another In front, Sargis was there. Austin Lotz once again. Sargis goes down just on his knees. Can't believe he couldn't score then. Austin Lotz is just playing unbelievable hockey right now.
Yeah, standing on his head. And you can see Roanoke with Sargis there. He started to the outside on that outside lane, but then changed his lane, cut into the middle, got in the middle of the box, and Roanoke was looking for that little pass out from down there from behind the goal line, and Sargis was just left all alone.
Off the draw, Roanoke controls. That's DeVito, drops it back for O'Day. Now Jansen has it at the blue line. In front, off the stick of Stubbs. Now it's sent in front. Stubbs score! Right in the slot. Bang, bang, bong. The passing worked. Found Stubbs in the slot between the face-off dots. And a power play goal for Roanoke results in a 3-2 lead for the homestanding Rail Yard Dogs.
And I'd hate to say it, Jody, but unfortunately it was only a matter of time. You cannot continue to give up those opportunities with those little seam passes into the middle of the box. That's all Roanoke is doing, is they're planting that guy right in the center of the 5 on a dice, giving it to that guy in the middle, and he's just teeing off.
Greg, the puck never left the zone the entire power play. Roanoke kept it alive in the Bull zone the entire power play. And as a result, take a 3-2 lead. Turchiev sends one in off the boards. Around near side, McTavish plays it for Martin. Back behind the net, Ford has it. Can't get away from Rose, but they do pick the loose puck up and clear. At center ice, DeVito sends one into the near corner. Taylor Brierly will pick it up for the Bulls. Crazy pass to Turchiev. Ahead, Birmingham banks one off the boards into center ice. That one hit I thought it hit the stick on the bench of Roanoke, and it does. They'll call this one back, and we'll try it again.
Once again, you can see the Bulls coming in uncharacteristically behind their goal line, trying these little backhand passes and stuff like that. Get back to old-time hockey, north and south.
This next goal is big. I mean, you want to cut the momentum now. This crowd's into it once again. You can see there's pep in the skate of Roanoke. Birmingham needs to answer. Off the draw, Bulls control. Turchiev ahead. Comes right back to him. Marcinkiewicz brings it back in. Davis takes the loose puck, sends it far side for Donahue for Wiesner. Wiesner in front. Davis had a whack at it, and it goes wide. Oh, my goodness. Now Marcinkiewicz avoids the check of Davis. Puck is dropped back. Stampahar sends it into the Bull zone. Far side is played. This will be an icing. Faceoff will come back in. Mike Davis with a huge chance.
Well, Wiesner started that one off, coming across the blue line, sucked in the Roanoke defender to him, came in on goal, made Rodebush come out and challenge him because it looked like he was going to shoot. At the last second, slid it across and just absolutely went right behind Mike Davis' heel of his stick in between his skate. That's a huge opportunity there missed by the Bulls.
We'll get the goal call and the assist after the next stoppage. Off the draw, Birmingham controls, but clear the zone themselves. Romeo wraps one around the boards. Far side, Masson giving chase. Knocks it up in the air. Controlled by the Bulls, Bricado. Bricado skates behind the net. Nobody in front now. Masson does. Wiesner with a shot goes high and up into the netting, out of play. We'll have a face-off again in the Roanoke zone. Pat, what do you have on the last goal?
So that power play goal, 2:26 of the second period, and that's going to be 23 C.J. Stubbs, his second of the playoffs, and then the assist we have 7 with Nick DeVito and 18 with Nick Ford. So the Knicks again.
DeVito is getting so much ice time, he's going to need an ice bath after this game. Bethune wins the draw. Back to Carter, shot blocked by Nenadal, who got right in front of the shooting lane. Nenadal brings it back into the Bull zone. Played there. Nenadal takes Romeo out. Carter takes the loose puck, sends it ahead. That's Bricado. Far face-off circle. Bricado in front for Bethune. Bounces over his stick. Loose puck. Bethune keeps it alive. Played by Bricado. He takes a hit from Lavalley. Still loose along the far corner. Now Bethune pushing and shoving. Puck comes free and skating away is Sargis. He'll send it out for DiCarlo or Albo out of his reach. Davis Ross will come back and get it for the Bulls. Long pass ahead for McTavish. Gives it up for Carson Rose. Rose in front, stick the side. by Rodebush, but not out. Pepe banks it off the boards behind the net. Carson Rose there, tries to play it for Martin. Jordan Martin for McTavish. Davis Ross will keep it in. Now Pepe keeps it from Martin. Now McTavish will come in and try and take it. Pepe, or Ford and Martin fighting for the puck. Pepe along with Donahue, or McTavish. Puck comes free. Here comes O'Shea. Lifts one into center ice for DeVito. Kolatarski knocked it away. Now it's played through center ice. This one's going to go all the way down, and icing will be called on Roanoke with 14:45 to go here in the second period of play. Roanoke on the first media timeout, leading 3-2.
Good pressure there by the Bulls. You can see getting that puck deep. They're moving it around, and they're still having odd man opportunities there when they can move the puck quickly through the neutral zone. Carson Rose coming down on the right-hand side there. Kolatarski popped into the middle, and he just didn't give it to the high guy with the back checker coming back. Threw one in on net to the far side, tried to get that cross-crease action going, and Bulls just couldn't convert there. But I like the effort. The play is in Roanoke zone where we want it to be, and if the Bulls can keep plugging away here, get one, tie this one up.
We got to stay out of the penalty box, Greg.
Well, absolutely. There's no question about that.
You just got to stay out of the penalty box. Even the goal, even the second power play, they didn't score a goal. They did seconds after it was over with, and then they converted on their third. We've got to stay away from having to kill penalties. That's just the bottom line. Face off to the right of Austin Rodebush. Papalardo, along with Ford, puck is dropped. Now loose at their skates, comes free. Turchiev will bank one around the boards. Out of the reach of O'Day, Papalardo checks him. Along the near boards, puck comes free. O'Day plays it for Pepe. Davis pokes it away from him. Papalardo picks it up. Back at the point for Turchiev for Brierly. Brierly gets away from DeVito. Can't get a shot off. Down low for Davis. Looking for Papalardo in the slot. It's deflected high, but kept in by Turchiev. Behind the net for Davis in front. Deflected away from the defensive O'Day, and look out, here comes Ford. Brierly on him. Ford brings it into the Bull zone. Donahue can't poke it away. It comes free to the far boards. Now Papalardo sends it for Turchiev. Back for Taylor Brierly. For Mike Davis. Davis gives it to Turchiev. He'll try and get it in deep. Can't. It's poked away. And they're going to call another penalty? Are they calling another penalty on? No, they're going to call the face-off in the Bull zone. I guess it was knocked down with a high stick. When I saw the referee's arm, I thought the puck was right in front of the Bulls bench. Here comes another too many men on the ice, but I was wrong, thank goodness.
I think the Bulls did a much better job there keeping that change tight, because had it even been off by a little bit, you saw the ref, he's looking for it.
DiCarlo plays it. Carter picks the loose puck up, gives it to Romeo, who will wrap it around the boards. Far side, Bricado is there. Bethune plays it deep. Still loose along the side, picked up now. Bethune takes a slap shot, goes wide. Far side, Chase Carter has it. Back for Ryan Romeo. Romeo plays one in front, deflected by DiCarlo out of the zone, and Chase Carter picks it up, gives it to Bethune. Bethune loses it at his own blue line. Gives it up, DiCarlo has it. Looks for Jansen out of his reach. Chase Carter on him. Puck played along the far boards. McTavish has it. Bricado can pick it up. He can hurry. He can get a shot off. Stephen Bricado in. Save made. Penalty coming up on Roanoke. Puck loose along the near far boards. And we're going to have a tripping call on Roanoke. Birmingham will go to the second power play of the night. Remember, their first one lasted all of 9 seconds. Can we get a little longer one this time?
Huge effort there by Bricado. Coming around. Roanoke defender fell down. Bricado came down. The other one came slashing back through the middle. Bricado cut back across, trying to make a play on Rodebush, and they hooked him down.
Okay, I'm looking down, Greg. I'm not seeing a Roanoke player in the penalty box, but I see 4 men on the ice. Am I missing him?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, his helmet's way down beneath us. Okay, we'll get back with a call after the next stoppage of play, but now I can see he's just deep in the corner. I couldn't see anything.
He's hiding.
All right, wrapped around the boards off the draw. Turchiev keeps it alive. Gives it for Jordan Martin. Plays it behind the net. Davis lets it go. Now Vroman with Rose. Played behind net for Mike Davis. Valerian on him. Played off the boards at the blue line for Turchiev. For Rose, off the skates of Nenadal, comes to Papalardo. Back for Turchiev. Davis in front with Roman fighting. Now a shot taken, save made, rebound comes loose. Rose tries to keep it alive, but it comes free. Probably not a bad play, as Roanoke may have had a break there.
Another penalty coming up here on Roanoke.
Papalardo drops it back for Martin. Birmingham with a two-man advantage as Lotz clears the net. Papalardo down low. Looks for a place to go. Gets it back to Rose. A shot. Never got through. Now that one is going to be touched up, and another penalty coming up on Roanoke. Birmingham, a rare two-man advantage in any final situation. 1:08 remaining on the call.
And in this scenario here, Jody, having a 5-on-3, the keys to being successful here are going to be to move the puck back to the point. And the guys outside of Birmingham on the power play here, they have to crash the front of the net. They have to outstick him in the slot.
Pat, what do you got on the call to Stampahar?
So we still got Stampahar in there. He's got a tripping call. So he's 1:08 into his, and now we've just picked up Nick DeVito. He's got a 2-minute right now for cross-checking at 7:51 of the second.
Birmingham a two-man advantage unless another call is made or a goal is scored. I'll take the latter off the draw. Turchiev has it. Far side played by Papalardo, back to Turchiev. 5-on-3 advantage for the Bulls. Rose, a shot save made, rebound loose. Whistle blows. Did he blow the whistle because he thought Rudebush had the control of the puck?
I think so.
Oh, boy.
Well, he blows it dead, and you know what? In that scenario, with the Bulls kind of stopped moving their feet, chasing that puck, I think Roanoke was going to clear that anyway, so I'll take the referee's call here and get the offensive draw in Roanoke zone and start over.
That's the second quick whistle we've had, though, like that. Oh, well. All right, face-off in the Roanoke zone. Jordan Martin opposite Nick Ford. Off the draw, loose puck at their skates. Rose slowly gets it back to Turchiev, far side, Papalardo. Down low for Jordan Martin. Bricato's in front of the net. Turchiev has it. Papalardo. Too many passes. Comes right back to Turchiev, luckily though. Rose has it. In front for Martin. Couldn't get that backdoor pass to work this time. Turchiev for Rose. Down to 30 seconds remaining on the two-man advantage. Papalardo swats, places it with Rose, gives it to him. Down low is played. Turchiev shot save made, rebound loose. Goes to the crease. Rose picks the puck up, 20 seconds left in the man advantage, and Birmingham clears the puck themselves. Ahead for Carson Rose. Rose brings it in. Sends it far side for Bricado. We're down to 8 seconds remaining on the two-man advantage. Stephen Bricado in front. Donahue save made. Rodebush rebound has it. Nick Ford clears. That'll do it for the two-man advantage. Stampahar's back on the ice. Lotz well out of his crease to play up for Turchiev. 45 seconds remaining on the 5-on-4 advantage for Birmingham. Nick DeVito's penalty. 40 seconds remain. Birmingham's Turchiev skates ahead through center ice. Huge opportunity for Birmingham. Donahue plays it into the far corner. Comes free behind the net. McTavish with Donahue there. Comes to Bethune. Back to Romeo. Brierly plays it low. Donahue. Way too many passes. Shoot the puck, guys. Shoot the puck. Brierly, good job hustling over to keep it in. 15 seconds remain on the power play. Romeo to Bethune. Still no shots. Wow. Taylor Brierly plays it down low to McTavish. 5 seconds remain on the power play. No shots on goal. As DeVito comes back on the ice, sent far side, Nenadal will pick it up and clear. Ahead for DeVito. DeVito breaks in. Lotz played it off the boards, but not out. Kept alive by Jansen. Now Lavalley has it. Gets around Romeo. Lavalley curls behind the net. Off the stick of Bethune and clears. Remember, Birmingham's power play unit still on the ice. They're winded. They're done. Played back in for Brierly in the near corner. He can't clear. He just basically gave it to Lavalley. Now Wiesner will pick it up. And Birmingham clears. Brierly tips it down. He's got to get off the ice. Masson with a big hit there. Takes his man down. Look out. Don't get a return penalty. Alvo complaining. Now Brendan Pepe picks it up in the corner. Wraps one off the glass. Colatarsi intercepts, sends it right back in. Play really picking up. Alvo backhands one off the boards through center ice. Now Colatarsi takes Marcin Kavics out. Got his stick up. I'm telling you, Birmingham's very close to another penalty. Steven Alvo backhands one off. Now Masson takes him out. No call. It's coming, Greg. Birmingham's penalty's coming. Far side. DiCarlo has it. Checked off the play there by Ross. Now Colatarsi comes in. Loose puck in the Bulls zone, far corner. Played for Vizzo. Davis Ross intercepts, sends one around the near side. O'Day and Masson fighting for it. Masson can't get it out. O'Day keeps it in. Down low, Billy Vizzo, a shot high and wide. And this one's out of play.
Whistler by Vizzo there. You talk about a rocket. Wow, he flexed his wrist and that puck was gone up over the top. I don't know if Austin Loss got a piece of it or not, but that thing was just here, right over the top bar on that far corner, up into the netting.
All right, we got 8:28 to go here in the second period of play. Roanoke leading by a score of 3-2. That last goal by Roanoke starting to make me nervous, Greg.
Well, reviewing, let's talk about the power play. In that power play, Jody, I see on a 5-on-3, I don't think there's any scenario that you should be trying to make saucer passes across the middle to a guy. It's a 5-on-3. You move the puck quickly, move your feet in straight line passes, and set up the plays. If you have to move something and you have to saucer it, that means that you're trying to do it through the triangle that they've got set up, and it just equated into 0 shots on net.
I hadn't seen a power play like that where you have a 5-on-3 for a majority puck in the offensive zone and just not generate any shots.
No. It took the Bulls coming back to 5-on-5, and then they came out and they started getting aggressive and moving their feet and doing all that stuff. They were just too complacent on the power play.
Face off to the right of Austin Lotz. Jordan Martin wins it for Romeo. And Bulls McTavish clears. Into the near corner. Rodebush plays it himself off the body of Martin. Birmingham keeps it alive. McTavish and O'Day fighting for control. Now Ford and Martin comes in. Ford pokes it free. And Stubbs has it. Far boards. Ahead for Pepe. Brendan Pepe sends it ahead for Ford. Brings it into the Bull zone looking for Pepe. Now it's played in front off the side of the net. Chase Carter sends it ahead for Papalardo. He gives it to Carson Rose. Return to Papalardo. Can't get around Stubbs. Takes the shot. Deflected in front. Papalardo had a shot at it. Now it's played at the point for Chase Carter. Risk one wide. Played along the near boards. Ford gets his elbow up on Donahue. No call. Picked up there by DeVito, of course. And he skates through center ice and backhands one in. He's hit by Donahue. Chase Carter. Long pass to blue line. Back comes Birmingham's Papalardo. Sends one into the far corner. Davis keeps that pass from being cleared. But Sarr just picks it up. Watched by Davis. He'll clear. Roman had it. Birmingham takes it away. That's Taylor Brierly. For Turchev to Papalardo. Off of Bricato's stick. Roman has it. 7 minutes to go here in the second period of play. Roanoke with a 3-2 lead over Birmingham. Roman gives it up for Sargis. Backhands one right to Zach Masson, who puts it right back in the Roanoke zone. Stampahar picks it up. He puts the brakes on with Bethune pressuring him. Drops it back for Vroman. Stampahar, long pass ahead. A big hit there on Ninadal by Colatarsi. That was a doozy. Wow. Davis Ross with it off the boards looking for Bethune. Off of his skates. Vizzo picks it up. Roanoke will regroup. Sent back into the Bull zone by Jansen. Lotz will play it around the near boards. Bethune. Nobody there to pass it to. It comes straight back to Valerian, who'll give it to Alvo. We're down to 6 minutes, 10 seconds to go. Second period of play. Steven Alvo ahead for to the Bull zone, picked up by Roanoke. There's Valerian with a shot off his own man. Kept alive by Mac Jansen down low in front. Vizzo, and it's robbed by Austin Lotz all alone. Billy Vizzo pulled it back for a forehand shot, and Lotz just saved the day for Birmingham.
How many times are we going to see this
Gosh.
tonight where Roanoke is getting in behind the Bulls defenders, the puck's coming across up the top of the Bulls defensive zone, and Roanoke's D are throwing it back in behind to a Roanoke player who's all alone in front of Austin Lotz, and once again, that's an unbelievable save.
That's just time and time again he's having to come up with these saves. Sooner or later, they're going to convert.
You have to be more intentional with control of the puck. That whole play started off up top.
Back to action, Chase Carter tries to get it out to McTavish, does, and Rose, a weak one, but clears it in. Stick explodes there by Rose. He'll have to go to the bench and get another. Kept alive in the zone by the Bulls as Rose has it in front for McTavish. He was taken down off the play, and that's an easy call all the way up from here. That's a hook. In anybody's book, Billy Vizzo's going off. He may have saved a goal, though, by that hook, Greg.
Well, I think you're right, because Carson Rose, he had Rodebush froze, and he came across, and all McTavish had to do was put his stick on the ice. And I think right there, Vizzo did what he had to do, take a penalty or not, but now you've got a situation here where the Bulls are going to go on the power play, but I'd give them a 2-minute power play before I give up somebody a straight goal.
All right, what you got, Pat?
Yep, at 14:25, we've got number 8, Billy Vizzo, coming in for 2 minutes for hooking.
All right, Vizzo 2 minutes on the hook. Birmingham back on the power play, 4th time tonight, 0 for 3 thus far. How about we get some shots on goal this time, guys?
Well, you see the power play, little different lineup this time here. PP1's down. They're coming back with some guys. Get the pucks on net. Let's get a hard-working goal here, boys.
It's going to take hard work for this one. The line out there can do it. Wiesner, McTavish, Donahue, Brierly, and Romeo. That's a different kind of power play. You got 2 defensemen playing on this power play unit, Greg.
Nice dirty goal. Sticks in front.
Off the draw, puck is dropped. Nick Ford takes it away. He'll skate far side, and he'll clear. Lotz out of his net behind to play it. Leaves it for Romeo. Backhanded pass. Leaves it behind the net for Taylor Brierly. Line change already on the penalty kill for Roanoke. Brierly ahead. Drops it back now. McTavish brings it in the zone. Gets away from Vroman. McTavish drops it back for Matt Wiesner. Long far side pass for Brierly. Back to Ryan Romeo. Thought about it, gives it back to Brierly to Romeo. And front shot save made by Rodebush. He got that glove on it and held on to it with McTavish right in front.
And in that situation there, you saw Wiesner down here out wide, and that's that perimeter play I'm talking about, where Wiesner stands out here off all by himself down here, down low in front of us. He's essentially from the face-off dot over to the far boards. It's a 4-on-4. So that outside perimeter guy, you have to make a play, and then you have to move somewhere else or force somebody to come to you because you want to maintain that odd man advantage somewhere on the ice.
A minute 22 remaining on the penalty to Billy Vizzo. 4th power play of the night. The last 2 not very pretty for Birmingham. We did get a shot off there as Austin Lotz goes back into the net. I don't know what's going to happen the rest of the night, but I do know if it ends positively for Birmingham, everybody on that team needs to buy Austin Lotz a dinner somewhere.
Absolutely. And they aren't just big saves. You know what I mean? These are saves. I've had to make those saves before, and people don't understand what it takes from a goalie's perspective to come across, do the splits like he is, flip around, keep pushing across to that far side and making that save. That's unbelievable athleticism by Austin Lotz.
All right, Greg, here we go. Off the face-off, control. Behind the net, Nick DeVito. Clear. Nenadal clears all the way down the ice. Turchiev will pick the loose puck up for Birmingham with a minute 10 to go here in the power play. Gets the skates going. Archer Turchiev. Kiev, Ukraine native, brings it in. Pass Stubbs. He tried to pick up his own pass. Now it's played along the corner. Martin comes in to try and help as well. Now Mike Davis is there to try and poke it free. Does. Turchiev back at the point it's played. Papalardo has it. Drops it back for Carson Rose. Rose almost lost it. Gives it up for Turchiev. Back to Carson Rose. 40 seconds to go in the power play for Turchiev. Wrist one pad save made by Rodebush. Papalardo gets the rebound back to Turchiev. Again, another shot. Blocked in front by Stubbs. Now Rose takes a shot. Save, rebound loose under the skates of Martin. He couldn't get a stick on the puck. And a backhanded pass intercepted. And look out, Stubbs almost was gone. 18 seconds to go on the power play. Turchiev maybe time for one more rush. Drops it back for Carson Rose. 10 seconds to go. Rose brings it into the Roanoke zone. Gets around one, gets around two. Can't get the shot off. And the puck is cleared, and that'll do it for the fourth power play for the Birmingham Bulls. Same result, no goal. Ryan Romeo has it. Chase Carter takes it from him. Ahead for Jared Bethune. Brings it into the Roanoke zone. His shot is deflected. Puck in the far corner. Back to Romeo. Down low looking for a deflection. None there. It's played along the near boards where DeVito intercepts and he lifts to clear. Roanoke out shooting Birmingham 23-20 at this point despite 4 power plays for Birmingham. Puck behind the goal line of Birmingham played by Bizzo. Bethune intercepts. He'll send it behind his own net for Chase Carter. Carter leaves it for Romeo, who sends it into center ice. O'Day intercepts that pass, and Roanoke takes possession. Pepe ahead for Vizzo. Chase Carter gets the puck before he does. Turns and spins and clears. Davis will try and catch up with it before O'Day can't do it. Mac Jansen has it, can't get around. Carter sends it just past in front, looking for Sargis. Deflected away by Lotz. Now Bethune lifts one high into the zone. O'Day will play it. O'Day behind the net for Brendan Pepe. He drops it for O'Day. Papalardo trying to pressure him. Skates away from Papalardo. O'Day brings it in front. O'Day was there looking for a return on the pass. Never there. O'Day again turns and spins. Kolatarsi takes a big hit from Lavalley, goes down. Loose puck picked up by Mac Jansen. Curls away from Papalardo. Jansen drops it for Lavalley. He can't control it. Davis Ross taken down. They're not going to get that call after 4 power plays in a row. Forget it. Down into the Roanoke zone. Steven Alvo takes it. Minute 40 to go here in the second period of play. Bulls trailing 3-2. Alvo thought about it, steps back behind the net. Now Rose pushed away by Austin Rodebush. He's screaming, he's in my crease. Cleared ahead. Off the skate of Brierly. Loose puck along the near boards. DeVito is there. Taken away by the Bulls. And there's Carson Rose ahead for Troy McTavish. McTavish for Rose. Tried to sit it up for Martin in front. Couldn't do it. It's blocked away. And here comes DeVito with Ford. Has Stubbs far side. DeVito drops it for Ford. Good play by Turchiev to poke it away, but he does have the puck. Save is made by Lotz. The red light went on. The crowd thought it was a goal, but it hit the side of the net. We're down to 53 seconds to go in the period. Back at the point, DeVito has it. He takes the shot, save made. Stubbs was right there in front, got a piece of it actually, and Lotz made the save.
And once again, there's Stubbs standing right on the paint behind Brierly there. And I don't know where this has come out, but the Bulls have been so strong boxing out those guys. And that's what that means. When you box out an offensive player and you're the defenseman back there, that means that you're pushing them outside of the shooting lanes, and you have a Roanoke player, a Bulls player, and then Austin Lotz. And right now that's reversed. The Roanoke's getting in behind us way too much.
We need something positive to happen here leading into the second, third period intermission. Loose puck, center ice, played by Mercado. Mercado gives it to Ryan Romeo. Romeo nailed by Nenadal. Puck comes free, spun around by Stampahar. Chase Carter is there to keep it in. We're down to 30 seconds to go. Behind the net, Stampahar tries to get it to Nenadal, does. They clear it. Mercado steps in front of Vizzo. Takes the puck away. Now it comes back to center ice. Stampahar has it. We're down under 15 to go here in the second period. Nenadal backhands one into the Bull zone, hit by Masson. Played by Romeo ahead to Masson. That's going to 7 seconds to go. Birmingham can't clear. Now Mercado does. Broman tries one last shot, never got through. Blocked in the defense, and that's going to do it for 2 periods of play. Birmingham goes into this locker room fortunate, and I'll repeat, fortunate to be down 3-2 as Austin Lotz, personally, I believe, has kept 3 to 4 goals out of the net. If he lets a couple of those in, this game's over with. But now it's a 3-2 lead for Roanoke after 2.
I can't agree more. And even the Bulls, I see them getting some pep back in their step, and they're getting physical. They're making plays. They're crashing down low and getting the pucks, and they're doing the right things. But anytime the puck is in the Bulls' defensive zone and they get 2 players on one, and I'm not sure where the confusion is coming from that, but you saw it on that last play. 2 guys collapsed on the Roanoke defender. He threw it in on net, and then they're stubs, because there's always an odd man out in 5-on-5 hockey in the defensive zone. If you're playing man-on-man defense, if 2 Bulls are covering 1 Roanoke player, somebody's wide open.
Greg, is it just me, but offensively, when the Bulls have control of the puck in the Roanoke zone, I want to see more shots. What I'm seeing is trying to make that one last pass to get an empty net to shoot out of, that one last perfect pass to set up a goal when we have an opportunity to shoot the puck. Why isn't that happening?
It's just one of those things where...
Am I wrong?
No, you're exactly right. You nailed it. But you see the saves Austin Lotz is having to make and how those guys are getting the puck. They're not getting it east to west. They're opening up in front of Austin Lotz, right in the slot. And the Bulls are trying to do east to west, and there's too many sticks. And in playoff hockey, it's very tough to play that pretty game. I get it. Guys want to do that. They want the highlight goals, and they want to, everything to look a certain way. But if I'm the Bulls, I'm putting 2D on my power play at the blue line, and I'm putting 3 guys inside the top of the crease to the face-off hash marks right in front of Austin Rodebush. And I'm just going to bang away until we push the D, the goalie, and the puck into the net.
I'm going to ask the question, and I know what my answer would be, but are we missing Michael Gillespie tonight?
I don't know. I mean, obviously, Gillespie is a shooter, and on the power play, that could be where, you're jockeying around different people in different positions, because, on power play 1, Gillespie, he had his spot over here on the right side, and it was always set up with Rose on the left. You got a point up here up top, over to Gillespie. Gillespie's looking for Rose, but they made good passes on the ice because they got the defenders moving. Where now it's like guys aren't really sure who to go to or what the plan is now, because your number 1 shooter on the power play from that right side, Gillespie, he's not in the lineup.
I guess what I'm trying to say is, if Michael Gillespie's on that 5-on-3 man advantage and he has the puck on his stick in his office, which is his right wing circle here, I don't think he's choosing to make a pass, Greg.
Gillespie has 4 shots on that 5-on-3. Just straight up, because that's what he does. When Gillespie has the puck on his stick, he is not looking to pass, he is looking to score. And right now, every person on the ice in a Birmingham Bulls uniform needs to get that concept into their mind. When they come in across the blue line, you've got to shoot, and everybody else has got to pay the price, crash the net, fight through the sticks of the defenders, and they're getting cross-checked, they're getting poked, they're getting hit. But you have to make that sacrifice to win in playoff hockey.
All right. After 2 periods of play, Roanoke takes a 3-2 lead into the locker room. 20 more minutes to go. 15 minutes before the start of the 3rd period of play. I'm going to take a break. I know I need one badly. Greg, we'll come back in a few minutes here, and as soon as I get back, and we'll set up the 3rd period. Jody Chernesky along with Greg Dreveney. You're listening to Birmingham Bulls Hockey.
It's the classic dilemma at Whataburger. You pick up your patty melt with two fresh all-beef patties, melted Monterey Jack cheese, grilled onions, and creamy pepper sauce. And just when you're about to dig into Whataburger's take on this all-time classic, someone utters the dreaded words.
Can I have a bite?
Should you? Shouldn't you? Maybe you just take a big bite so you don't have to answer. Good thing that dilemma's over. Good thing there's the patty melt at Whataburger.
Hey Bulls fans, did you know the best place to score the most authentic hockey memorabilia and game day experiences all season long is with Dash Auction? The chance to meet your favorite player, take home the puck that scored the game-winning goal, or championship-winning jersey is right in the palm of your hands. Text DASH to 66866 and get ready to drop the gloves for the ultimate bragging rights. We'll see you at the auction, Bulls fans.
Winter is coming and Window World has your back, just like a sweater. The largest window replacement company in the nation gives you the best for less, the best products, the best installers, not to mention the company's strongest warranty. Winter doesn't have to mean high energy bills. Call Window World at 205-916-2189. That's 205-916-2189 or visit windowworld.com.
You are the barbecue boss, the sultan of spatula.
And upon the first bite of Whataburger's barbecue bacon burger, you think, hey, I could make this.
Your barbecue sauce might not be as smoky, and you probably wouldn't put both smoked cheddar and Monterey Jack on it. And you... Wait, is that bacon? Good thing there's room for more than one poobah of the pit.
Good thing there's the limited time barbecue bacon burger at Whataburger.
This is a shout out to the professional tailgaters, game day grillers, and potluck pros. Whether you bake it, smoke it, stack it, or melt it, there's nothing more important than how you cook up your team spirit while serving it with an ice cold Coca-Cola, Coke Zero Sugar, or Coke Life. We may not all agree on the best game day food, but when you serve your meals with a Coke, you know you've got yourself a winner. Enjoy an ice cold Coca-Cola at the Birmingham Bulls game. Coca-Cola, taste the feeling. This is a shout out to the professional tailgaters, game day grillers, and potluck pros. Whether you bake it, smoke it, stack it, or melt it, there's nothing more important than how you cook up your team spirit while serving it with an ice-cold Coca-Cola, Coke Zero Sugar, or Coke Life. We may not all agree on the best game day food, but when you serve your meals with a Coke, you know you've got yourself a winner. Enjoy an ice-cold Coca-Cola at the Birmingham Bulls game. Coca-Cola, taste the feeling.
Okay, Jody Chernesky and Greg Dreveny along with Pat Johnson back at the Berglund Center here in Roanoke, Virginia. Well, here we go, folks. After 40 minutes of play, Roanoke 3, Birmingham 2. Greg, that was a frustrating period for me to watch, to see so many power plays, so many opportunities, so many chances go by the wayside. And the one thing that did happen in that period was a power play goal by Roanoke. Early on, 2 minutes into this period, or into the second period, they gave them this cushion they have, 3-2.
You know, Jody, it's in this situation where coming into the third period, the Bulls have something to rally behind. And right now, that person is Austin Loss, because so far tonight, he has held the Bulls in this game. They're only down a goal, and the Bulls have to have more left in the tank than what we just saw in that second period. We need them to come out. You win a period right now, you can win this game.
Very good, very true. It's just a one-goal deficit. If not for Austin Lotz, it could be 3 or 4, if not more. Roanoke's out shooting Birmingham 26-20, but out of those 26 shots he's faced, Greg, half a dozen or more have been just spot on, should be goals.
They've been game saves, and we talked about the difference in goaltenders and about what it takes, difference between having a steady goaltender and one who can make a few of those saves to keep your team in it. And right now, Austin Lotz, they're just leaning on him too heavy. They need to give him some relief.
All right, here we go. Third period action. We're underway. Roanoke ahead for Sargis. Sargis gives it to Nenadal, who will try and get around Brierly. Centers one for Sargis. Turchiev on him. Bricado takes it away. Has Donahue with him. Bricado gives it to Donahue. Can't get around Valerian. Played behind the net. Around the far side. Comes all the way out of the zone. Nenadal picks it up. Puts the brakes on just inside the Bulls' blue line. He'll drop it for Lavalley. Yes, that's the same guy who took out Michael Gillespie. Sends it near side. Mac Jansen has it taken away from him by Bricado, but the loose puck picked up by Vroman, sent around the boards. Played along the boards there by Billy Vizzo. Martin comes in on him. Puck comes free at the skates of Turchiev, who backhands one into center ice. DiCarlo can't get past Chase Carter. Loose puck now along the boards. Carter fighting for it. It comes free. Papalardo will have it. DiCarlo on him. Drops it back. Intercepted by Jansen. He sends it far boards. Mike Davis has it. He just lifts it high into the Roanoke zone. Carson Rose in there. He can't take it away. DiCarlo fighting for it. It comes to the point for Davis Ross. A shot deflected just wide. Now Papalardo has it. Circles in the face-off circle. Score! Jake Papalardo circled behind the net. Right out into the face-off circle, whipped one over the left shoulder of Austin Rodebush, and woo, take a deep breath on that one. We tied it at 3.
And the Bulls are back in it, but you can see what Roanoke did there. They collapsed 4 guys down right in front of Rodebush, and the Bulls' Papalardo just made a great individual effort, picked that puck up from between the 4 of them, cut to the middle, and just absolutely buried one over Rodebush's glove.
Papalardo's been Birmingham's leading scorer in this final series. He just added to it. Back to action, Matt O'Day behind his own net. Gotta wonder what's going through the minds of Roanoke after controlling the second. A quick one by the Bulls ties this one up. Pepe sends a shot in. Lotz right there, goes down on his knees and gobbles it up. Now Ross and Pepe pushing and shoving. Kolatarsi comes in as well.
And
we'll get the call right here on the goal from Pat Johnson.
At 1:27, Jake Papalardo gets his fifth goal of the playoffs, and the assist is going to go for number 4, Davis Ross.
All right, I don't know if you just noticed that, but DeVito and Matt Wiesner kind of accidentally on purpose bumped into each other before this face-off in the Bulls zone. Face-off out, controlled by Roanoke, but it escapes the zone all the way down where Rodebush plays it himself for Valerian. He passes it to Stubbs. He loses it, comes right in on Austin Lotz, and Brierly takes the pass from Austin. Now DeVito intercepts the clearing pass. He's hit hard along the boards there by Martin. Didn't appreciate it. Now giveaway deep down in the Bull zone. Stubbs has it. He couldn't find anybody. He lost it and clears it himself. Valerian has it for Roanoke. Ahead for Stubbs off his stick. Turchiev can't clear, but Mercado picks the loose puck up for Birmingham. He gives it to Brierly for Turchiev. Ahead for Bethune. Backhands one into the zone. Alvo plays it along the far boards. DeVito right there can't get it away from Bethune, but it's gloved there by Stephen Alvo, and he'll skate back behind his own net and try and get it away from Jordan Martin, and does. Stephen Alvo gains control of the center ice stripe and sends one in. Lotz plays it. Ripped around the near boards. Nenadal sends one through the crease. Played along the far boards by Vroman. He'll play it behind the net for Sargis. Romeo on him. Sargis still with the puck. Far boards. Curls out in that face-off circle right in the slot. Sargis, a shot blocked by Mike Davis. And Chase Carter picks the puck up and clears. Now Rose tries to poke it free from Vroman. He can't. Stampahar loses it to Davis, and Rose puts it in to the Roanoke zone. Vroman picks it up. Ahead in the neutral ice for Nenadal. His pass is broken up by Kolatarchi. Whistle blows.
Offside.
And this is going to be called, I guess, an offside on Birmingham, but the puck didn't go back into the Roanoke zone. The whistle was blown by the linesman on the near side. I don't know.
I tell you what, that last diving block shot by Mike Davis on Sargis will be one to keep your mind on.
Off the draw, Roanoke has it. Sends one into the near corner. Mac Jansen picks it up for Roanoke. He's hit there by Ross, played behind the net. Kolatarsi and Vizzo fighting for it. Puck comes free along the far boards. McTavish looks for a place to go with it. He gets it somehow to Zach Masson, who brings it in the Roanoke zone. Masson, a shot, whistles one high and wide. Davis Ross picks the rebound up off of the stick of Turchiev. Get back. Turchiev gets back, and Masson will pick the loose puck up. Holy cow, that's close.
Ooh.
Now Wiesner takes a hit from Pepe. Sends it in deep behind the net of Rodebush. Played there by Matt O'Day. 15:45 to go. Third period. Birmingham with an early goal ties this game up at 3. Mac Jansen brings it into the Bull zone. Puts the brakes on. Backhands one through the crease. Nobody there. Marcin Kavix plays it for Vizzo. Brierly on him. Vizzo still with the puck. Down behind the goal line. Taken away by Turchiev. He'll play one for Martin off his stick. Valerian there for Roanoke. He'll set the play up far side. Now it's dropped back in the Roanoke zone. Behind his net. That's Stephen Alvo with the puck. He'll skate away. Gives it up for Ford into the Bull zone. Gets around Carter. In front. Score! Nick DeVito, after it got a break from Carter, was right in front. Pass went over, and just as quickly as Birmingham ties this up. Roanoke takes the lead right back. Another bad play.
And that's where the Bulls, we talked about them being aggressive in the defensive zone and not giving Roanoke time to come in and set up and make plays. That was just it. DeVito came in. That's a heck of a play. But as a defender there, you got to step up and take that guy on the wall, and somebody has to make body contact with him because he just absolutely danced through two of Birmingham's defenders, slid the puck across, and nothing you could do with Austin Lotz on that one.
All right, 4-3 now. Roanoke back in front. Under 15 to go. Colatarsi takes out Ford. Puck played into the Bulls' zone. Papalardo picks it up. Far side for Davis. Takes the hit from Sargis. Physical play picking up. Stampahar's pass intercepted by Davis. 3 men back though. Davis tries to get around Vroman and can't. Now Davis taken down. Loose puck picked up. Far side by Nenadal. He'll send it behind his net for Stampahar. Walks around the Bulls. Papalardo. Stampahar ahead for Sargis. Kirchieff taps one back into the Roanoke zone where Vroman has it. Behind his own net, Jared Vroman. Bethune watching him. Vroman taking his own time, sends it near side for Sargis. Sargis has passed. That's got to be offside. As he put himself in offside. We'll take a media break here. Pat, get us caught up on the goals.
Yeah, so that goal is going to be 4:55 of the third period. That was number 7, Nick DeVito, with his 6th goal. And then the assist, number 18, Nick Ford, and number 39, Stephen Alvo.
So Alvo back in the game after serving a 1-game suspension with the assist on that play.
And you talked about DeVito, and he has just been all over the place tonight. And once again, you see, and just, you know, not applying that pressure, just gives that, like even DeVito back there, he seemed to be the only guy coming through the Bulls' end with speed, and he had a head of steam, caught that pass coming across, but then after they score, the Bulls come back, and then here they come with the forecheck and being aggressive and everything like that. Can't be peaks and valleys in playoffs. You've got to come, you've got to find whatever you have left in the tank, and you have to bring it every single shift, because anytime there's a letdown, a team like Roanoke is going to take advantage of it.
Now Wiesner and Lavalley lined up against each other. They're jostling, if you will. Line's going to come in and try and separate them. Face off outside the Roanoke zone. Zach Masson, Garrett Sargis. Just takes one, guys, just takes one. Now Lavalley gives him a face rake. Colatarsi picks up the shot, or picks the puck up, gives a shot in. Rodebush gloves it easily and drops it. Lavalley will play it, avoids the hit. Played now to center ice. Birmingham's Bethune has it. He's hit on the play. Ross picks the loose puck up, plays it behind for Colatarsi, around for Wiesner. Can't clear. Lavalley has it. Lavalley sends one far side, goes out of play. Birmingham having a little issue getting it out of their own zone on that shift.
Trying it coming across. Forwards are just swinging a little bit deep still. You know, they're making those little passes, 8-9 feet to a guy who's cutting across. And like I said, if they push their wingers high, keep them high on the points, out by the blue lines, they could make a good, hard, direct pass to him, get a chip, and try and send somebody through the seam here of Roanoke's defense and try and break something open.
I still say Birmingham has got to be very careful. Anything that looks crazy, they're going to get the next penalty after it. But maybe late here in the third, in a game as important as this, maybe the referee swallows the whistle. We'll see. Marcin Kavics takes a shot blocked by Davis Ross, clear to center ice. Alvo, big hit by Jordan Martin. Another hit by Martin. Puck is free in the Bull zone, taken by Jansen. Now a whistle is blown. Play is stopped. Stephen Alva, along with Jordan Martin, having a gentle conversation there. I still don't know what the whistle was for.
Hey, they're both good middleweights there. You know, I'd like to see that Alvo and Martin. That'd be a prime bout in tonight's events.
I guess it was a high stick because the faceoff's outside the Bulls' blue line. Puck is dropped. Martin wins. Turchiev has it. Ahead for Martin, who tips it in. Alvo will pick it up for Roanoke. Around the boards, Marcin Kavics missed it, but Vizzo was there to kick it free back into neutral ice and into the Bulls zone. Brierly almost taken down, almost lost the puck, sends it ahead for Bricado. Bricado for Donahue after he takes a hit. And the puck comes free for Ford, who gives it up to Marcin Kavics. Tries to set it up in front. Martin deflect the pass away. Rips one off the glass back into neutral ice. 12:45 to go. Third period, Birmingham trailing 4-3. Roman sends one into the near corner. Chases it. Nobody else there but him. He'll wrap it around the far side for DeVito. Where are all our guys? Stampahar has it. Down low, Turchiev takes it away and clears the zone. Stubbs has it now. Brings it right back into the Bulls zone. C.J. Stubbs has it taken away from him, and the Bulls clear, but can't control. Matt O'Day ahead for Nick Ford. Ford brings it into the Bulls zone. Davis pokes it away from him, and Papalardo will pick it up. O'Day takes it away from him. Puck comes free to center ice. Nick Ford has it. Two Bulls back defensively, so he'll bring it in. Ford, near face-off circle, curls back. Now it's taken away. If Rose hurries, he's got a chance. Rose with Valerian back. Rose a shot. He got past Rodebush. He may have got a piece of it and goes high off the glass. Played behind the net by O'Day, ahead for Lavalley. Carter, this time rides his man down, no penalty. Good play by Chase Carter. Now Masson gives it up, look out. Right in the middle for McTavish to Rose, has Masson with him. Rose in front, Masson tries to set it up for McTavish, taken away. Three players go down in the near corner. Puck played into the Bull zone, picked up by Sargis. He curls right into the slot. Gets through one, but not two. McTavish picks the puck up and sets it up behind his net for Davis Ross. Bulls changing on the fly. Davis Ross will send it in deep. Jordan Martin, far side. Broman tries to play it away. Kept in by Kolatarsi. Now Stampahar sends it near boards. Mac Jansen can't clear. Bricado somehow keeps it in. Now Jordan Martin picks it up. Backhands a weak one in. Sticked there by Austin Rodebush, and he covers it up with his big mitt. 10:45 to go here in the third period of play. 1 goal deficit for Birmingham.
Bulls applying some pressure here. The pressure is in the offensive zone, Jody. We're not seeing a whole lot of pressure by him in the neutral zone and in the defensive zone. And when you're in game 3 and you're rolling into the mid part of the third period, you got to hit that panic button a little bit and start getting some pressure in all 3 zones.
Martin on the draw. He's out with Donahue and Bricado. Wins the draw for Brierly. Takes a shot, deflected in front. Comes free for Marcin Kavics, who will skate away. Marcin Kavics takes the shot well wide and behind the net. Played along the near boards. Bricado nails Vizzo. Tied up along the near corner. Puck comes free. Jansen giving chase. Turchiev with him. Mac Jansen curls back. Plays it along the boards. It passed O'Day. Martin was out of gas, or he couldn't go after it, so easily picked up by O'Day, and he'll bring it back to center ice for Brendan Pepe. Pepe gets away from Carter, poked away from him by Ryan Romeo. Bethune plays it for Carter. Pass McTavish into the Roanoke zone behind the net, picked up by O'Day. Now it's played for Stubbs. Stubbs sends one right in on Austin Lotz, and the bouncer, he stopped and covers. Now Stubbs, Carter pushing and shoving. Wiesner comes in, gives him a shove as well. Now Wiesner and DeVito putting their arms around each other. Wiesner just hugging him around the neck, telling him how much he cares for him. Fans wanting a penalty. And to be honest with you, Greg, if I'm in Birmingham, I'm screaming too about it.
Well, you know what? You see what Wiesner does there, and he kind of goes from guy to guy, trying to create some havoc and get something stirred up somewhere. But even when he goes over to the next guy, the guy he just got finished with still comes back after him. So it's effective, but you have to be careful when you're playing with that kind of fire after the whistle when you're under 10 minutes left in the third period here.
Well, something tells me this is going to be a quick 9 minutes and 46 seconds is remaining. But can we not just, we haven't maintained a lead tonight for longer than a minute. Got behind, give it up quick, come back, tie it up, and now here we are again trailing 4-3. It just seems like we can never relax.
Well, it's one of those situations where here we are, the last series of the year, and the guys going this deep. Some of these guys have never played hockey this long in a season before, Jody.
True. Bethune on the draw opposite Nick Ford to the left of Austin Lotz. Still waiting on the drop of the puck. Players move, so we'll still be waiting. Still waiting. Not yet. So we'll toss Bethune and bring in Wiesner. This is my pet peeve. Drop the puck and let's play hockey.
Too much thinking going on.
Still waiting. Finally, puck is dropped. Picked up by DeVito. His shot didn't get through. Now Bethune intercepts that pass, but can't control it enough to make a rush out of it. Far side is play for DeVito. Wraps one off the boards into the zone. Lotz will play it for Carter. Backhands one for Bethune off his stick. Valerian picks it up, but at least the Bulls clear. Alvo right back in on Austin Lotz. Gloves it, drops it for Chase Carter. He gives it for Jared Bethune. Through center ice, Bethune sends one in deep. McTavish giving chase. Wiesner far right wing side. It's played there. Bethune will intercept. Along the half wall, Bethune. For Wiesner, a shot, save made. Good shot. The Rodebush answers. Now Sargis weaving through the Bulls zone. Kolatarsi, good play, takes it away from him, sends it far side. Davis can't take it. Finally, Kolatarsi comes in, knocks his man off the puck, and Davis clears. Played into the Roanoke zone. Still loose. Right at the skates there of Papalardo. Can he keep it alive? Yes. Not sure for how long. Now it's played at the skates of Sargis. He loses it. Bulls Papalardo in front for Rose, but it got off his stick. He never got a good pass off, and Rodebush covers it as it just trickles right to him.
And you can see the Bulls, they're active on that wall. They're working it low, trying to get control of that puck, and Roanoke trying to make 2 and 3 efforts. Jody, I'm seeing it out of Roanoke right now. Outside from a couple of guys they insert into this rotation, they are struggling right now to clear their zone. If the Bulls can just get a little more pep, they can come back, get one on Roanoke, get another one by the end of this.
Bulls control the faceoff. Taylor Brierly, a weak shot as it was deflected. Right off his stick, played now and kept in by Turchev. Gives it to Rose. He takes a shot. No one there in front. Easily gloved by Rodebush, and we'll try it again.
And that's what I'm talking about. You see the Bulls on the strong side there, push the puck down, top of the circle, shot on net. But we've got too many guys on the weak side over there on the perimeter. I don't know if they're looking for a clear or trying to intercept something over there, but you've got to create traffic in front of Austin Rodebush. And when you do, then he's susceptible to being beat high. But if you can see those pucks coming in, you're not going to get many on him from out there.
Martin, Bricado, Donahue out with Turchev and Brierly. Face off to the right of Austin Rodebush. 8:18 to go, third period. Bulls trailing 4-3. Turchev, far side. Brierly with a shot. Stick save, loose puck. Cleared. Nick Ford had it. Martin takes it away, and Donahue backhands it behind the net. DeVito has it taken away by Bricado in front for Donahue. Curls behind the net. Sends one out. Brierly keeps it alive for Turchev. His shot saved. Rebound loose in the slot. Roanoke will try to clear. Turchev keeps it alive. Roanoke struggling to get the puck out of the zone. Now Bricado tries to walk through the slot. Can't. Donahue picks the loose puck up. For Martin, a shot just goes wide. Turchev has the rebound. Turchev has it taken away by DeVito. Roanoke is exhausted. They just clear the puck, and icing will be called. They're going to have to come right back out. You can't have a line change on an icing call, and that line for Roanoke is gassed.
This is it. This is the Bulls' opportunity on this next series coming up. with Roanoke having to send those same players back out on the ice, the Bulls are making a push here, and they've got to keep going. They've got to keep up this pressure. They're moving the puck well, getting good shots. They've just got to convert.
And give Roanoke a few seconds to catch their wind. 3 players doubled over, waiting on this faceoff. It's dropped. Comes to O'Day, wraps one around the boards. DeVito can't get it out. Birmingham keeps it alive. That's McTavish. He centers one for Masson. Pepe plays in defensively. Now Ross takes the shot, whistles wide. Far board, DeVito goes in hard. That's going to be a penalty. And I promise you, he wasn't hit on that play. He was trying to get the puck out. He actually missed the Bulls player and wrapped himself into the boards, but Birmingham's going to come out shorthanded on this.
Birmingham's going to come out shorthanded on this, and I guarantee you when they show this replay, what you're going to see, Jody, where he messed up on that play, you have to make a play for the puck. And he didn't, and because I would have, instead of having that hit, Jody, I would much rather have Kolatarski come in, play the puck back down low, because we were right there.
But Greg, that was not a boarding. It was not a charging. There was 2 guys going after the puck. Kolatarski got past. He got past DeVito, who caught the backside of Kolatarski and rammed into the boards. He gets to his feet. I don't know if he's trying to draw a 5-minute major like we had in Birmingham or not, but
he may be. I mean, he's a smart veteran player, but at the end of the day,
5-minute major listed on the board for Joey Kolatarski. I do not agree. I saw the play myself. If you're watching on Hockey TV, if they're showing a replay, you'll see it too. Kolatarski didn't even hit him. He was trying to get to the puck. DeVito was the one who hit Kolatarski and then went flying into the boards. Okay, well, with 7:14 to go, Roanoke's on a major power play. 5 minutes. Kolatarski's going to be ejected. I guess he's given a 5 in a game. Oh, boy.
Oh, and the interesting, let's just call it interesting thing about this is, right. So there's the play coming in.
He didn't hit him, Greg.
No.
DeVito was trying his best to clear the puck, dove for it. Kolatarski trying his best to keep it in,
Jody,
and they collided.
Here, you want to know what really happened on that play? Here it is. Kolatarski coming in down the wall. If he would have put his puck on that stick, DeVito would have absolutely creamed him into the glass because DeVito was waiting for him to touch the puck. Kolatarski saw DeVito coming, so he intentionally, that's why he didn't play that puck, because he knew he was going to get hammered. So now DeVito makes contact. Both of them need to go because nobody touched the puck.
They gave him 5 minutes for elbowing, and that means a major power play. And I told you they were going to get the next call. Now it's out in front, and it's hit out of play. Just knew it was going to happen the first chance that they got to even things out, and they have really done so in a major way.
Well, I'll say this, if Kolatarski gets anything more than the rest of this game, I mean, you need to go back and look at the Lavalley hit because it was 100 times worse than what Kolatarski did. That's embarrassing.
Off the draw, Roanoke has control. Down low, it's played for Ninadal. Borcato tips the pass away but can't clear. Jansen keeps it in. Behind the net, Romeo back there. He'll whip one around the boards and out as it hits the glass in a strange way. We'll take it. We're going to have to get some shorthanded opportunities. We're going to have to take a chance. Puck is played off the boards. Jansen in deep. Ross on him. Jansen kicks it back where O'Day has it. He'll bring it in. He's hit there. Behind the net, Ninadal through the slot. Stubbs has it taken away by Bethune. Bethune into the Roanoke zone. Maybe has one chance. Bethune has it taken away as he tried to toe drag around the defense of Ford. Couldn't do it. And back comes Jansen into the Bulls zone. Mac Jansen drops it for DeVito. Through the stick and feet of Jansen. Now Ford with a shot into the midsection of Lotz, and he holds on.
Good save by Lotz.
We had one chance.
We did.
One too many moves.
I like looking at this, what we need coming up here, Jody, on this PK. I'm not one to say we have to press here, but a guy like Masson, if we could keep, they just changed him out.
Yeah.
I like Masson out there because he's got that speed.
Martin and Rose out up front along with Chase Carter. Taylor Brierly defensively. I'm not sure what happened there. The shot was right in on Lotz, but the Bulls do clear it all the way down the end of the ice. Rodebush will stop it and play it for Stephen Alvo. 5:55 to go, third period. 3 minutes, 40 seconds on the major penalty to Joe Colatarsi. DeVito has it, puts the brakes on, loses his edge, goes down. Brierly takes the puck away, looks for Rose. They got it 2-on-1 if we hurry with Jordan Martin. Carson Rose, shot, score! Guess what I said? Short-handed goal. 2-on-1 break for Carson Rose. Holy cow, we got a hockey game, folks.
Carson Rose coming down the wall. 2-on-1 Birmingham. A sloppy play by Roanoke created a turnover. Rose took it down. Martin jumped with him. Rose froze Austin Rodebush. Faked the pass over to Martin. Absolutely wired one low blocker on Rodebush. And folks, you talk about a building coming to a hush. That's what we've got right now.
5:37 to go. Third period, 3:24 remaining on the major penalty to the Bulls, Joe Colatarsi. 4-4 hockey game after the short-handed goal by Rose. Mike Davis will go to the penalty box to serve the remainder of Colatarsi's penalty. Greg, you see what I've got on my head right now?
Yep.
Okay, we'll talk about that later. Off the draw, Jansen has it in his own zone, sends it for Ford. He draws it back for Jansen. Slowly they skate through center ice. Roanoke's O'Day lifts one into the Bull zone to the right and deep. Whistle blows, and I believe this is going to be an icing, and we'll come back on the other end. Roanoke looks a little bit shaken and rattled right now.
Jody, I promise you, right now, what we're seeing with these puck bounces and all these just poor decisions, these guys are both exhausted right now. These guys are tired. It's going to come down to who wants to climb up the mountain more than the other guy right now, man to man.
I've missed 3 or 4 calls today. I don't know why that whistle blew unless it was a high stick. Right outside the Bull zone, face-off control by Roanoke. Jansen backhands one off the stakes of Romeo. Davis Ross will play it, and he lifts one the length of the ice. 5 minutes to go, third period. 2:50 to go in the major power play to Colatarsi. DeVito brings it into the Bull zone, gives it to Ford. Ford hit by McTavish, but he'll drop it to O'Day at the blue line. Cross-ice pass for Jansen. For Ford, away from him, Turchiev can pick it up. Can he get it out? Turchiev in the corner does. He gets it for Bethune, who knocks it down. Look out. That's going to be knocked down by a high stick by Bethune. He wouldn't have had a break anyway. It was going to get it to Rodebush before he had a chance, but still good penalty killing thus far for the Bulls.
And you can see the Bulls, they're still looking. Turchiev got that puck down there in the corner, and I'm sitting here thinking, shoot the puck, release it. But I think they can see, Jody, because Roanoke, we've seen the same guys on ice for the entire first 2 periods. I mean, they mix in that third line very rarely. And right now, this power play, they don't have the juice that they had in the first period, nowhere near. And Turchiev is looking to send Bethune through the guys. So maybe they're picking up on something down there, but they're still looking to press here with 2:27 left in this major penalty, 4:40 left on the clock. There is still time remaining after the Bulls kill this off.
Both teams, Greg, leaving everything they've got on the ice. There's no quitting any one of these 2 teams. We've been treated to a good hockey game. I don't care if Roanoke scored 4 goals. Some unbelievable goaltending by Austin Lotz.
The fact that we're sitting here talking about it is strictly due to the play of Austin Lotz, and then the Bulls guys picking it up and finishing on Rodebush.
Still under the power play for Roanoke. Puck played by Alvo. Down low, Sargis kicks it. Birmingham to intercept. Bethune sends it down the ice. Played by Rodebush, drops it for Stephen Alvo. Alvo skates ahead, gives it for Sargis. Nenadal is there, in front, a pass for DiCarlo, goes past, and Birmingham's Martin clears. Puck is played by Lavalley, but is poked away from him. We're under 2 minutes to go on this major power play for Roanoke. 4 minutes to go in the third. Taylor Brierly catches up with it first. Wraps one around the boards for Ross, but it's taken away from him. Rose picks the loose puck up, can't clear. Loose, Sargis knocks down Ross. Birmingham's Rose clears all the way down in on Rodebush. Long pass ahead for Nenadal, bounces off of his stick. Ross has it, gives it to Mercado. He didn't try to clear, he tried to set Mercado up on a rush. Mercado has the puck still in the Roanoke zone. He'll send it back out. Chase Carter has it in his own zone. Birmingham killing some time. Romeo sends it all the way down. Rodebush out of his net. We're down to 1:10 to go on this power play for Roanoke. Matt O'Day brings it into Bull zone, has C.J. Stubbs. Romeo played the stick and took the puck away. Poke knocked around the near boards and cleared. Nick Ford will pick it up for Roanoke. Ford brings it in, backhands a pass for DeVito. He draws it back for Stubbs. O'Day in the slot, good play there by Bethune, knocks it down, and Masson clears. 40 seconds to go on the power play for Roanoke. Puck gets away from Stubbs. Masson couldn't take it from him. It's taken there by DeVito, who gives it to Ford. Ford drops it back. That's offside if he brings it in, so they'll have to back it back out. We're down to 24 seconds to go in this power play. DeVito has it. Can't get around the play of Turchiev, who breaks it up and clears. 15 seconds to go on this Roanoke power play. Roanoke with possession behind their own net. Birmingham Davis set to come back on the ice. Marcin Kavich brings it into the Bull zone. Tries to get around the defense, can't. Birmingham's Papalardo clears it, and Birmingham has killed a 5-minute major penalty and are back at full and even strength. On top of that, scored a shorthanded goal to even this game, but watch out, Stapahar has the puck in the Bull zone, gives it to Vizzo, a shot save made by Lotz. No rebound. Wow, Greg.
Big save there by Austin Lotz, and you talk about a tremendous penalty kill by the Birmingham Bulls here in the dying minutes of this third period on a 5-minute major. I don't care what your penalty kill percentage was the entire year up to this point. That was the best kill the Bulls have put together. They did everything solid. The guys attacked in numbers. They applied pressure, and this is the Bulls game to come back right now and finish this thing 5-on-5. Roanoke is gassed.
Off the draw, Bulls have it. That's Mercado. He backhands one into the Roanoke zone. Alvo and Donahue back into the far corner. Puck is free behind the net. Alvo still has it. Taken away from him by Mercado. Gives it to Donahue. He'll play it far side. Papalardo after it. Nenadal takes him out of the play. Birmingham keeps it alive. That's Romeo, a shot glove by Rodebush, and he holds on, and I'm telling you, this hockey is just incredible. I'm not sure I want to go to overtime.
Jody, to paint the picture for the fans at home, something I just envisioned. If this was a boxing match, this would be in the 12th round, and both boxers are just standing there in the center of the ring.
Yes.
Just no defense, just throwing whatever they have left, punch after punch, standing there in the middle, just waiting for one to fall.
If Birmingham scores a goal here, it'll be the biggest goal in the history of hockey in Birmingham. Zach Masson has it taken away by Ford. He loses it. Wiesner takes it from him. Turchiev picks it up. Gives it to Masson. Backhand one in front. Wiesner was there loose behind the net. Wiesner had a whack at it. Played for Masson back at the point for Turchiev. Around the far boards, Wiesner going after it. He drops it for Bethune. O'Day tries to take it away from them. Roanoke standing still. They are gassed. Turchiev with a shot off the skate of Pepe, out of play. And Greg, they are just standing still in their own defensive zone. Birmingham buzzing.
I'm telling you, Jody, when we talked about Birmingham and how they looked just a little bit out of sorts in the second period, maybe that was what they had. Austin Lotz was there to hold them through during their stint of tiredness tonight. And right now, you can see every guy on Roanoke's team leaning on their shin pads, holding their stick. They are just gasping for air and praying to get out of this last 53 seconds.
Off the draw, Birmingham wins. Rose shot goes wide of the net. Jordan Martin fighting for it behind the net along with Ford. Still loose behind the net of Roanoke. Tied up, we got 40 seconds to go in this period. Puck comes free, picked up by Valerian. He'll try and skate away. Rose on him, was not going to let him go. Rose had it, but lost it to Stubbs. Stubbs takes in shot, blocked by Brierly, and Brierly has the puck there. He'll send it around the near boards. We're down to 25 seconds to go. Puck in the Bulls zone. Played behind by Turchev. For Brierly, he fanned on a clearing pass. Stubbs there, but Brierly gets it back. Oh boy, now Turchev has it. He clears. Icing will be the call with 10.6 seconds remaining in this period. Big face-off in the Bulls zone right now.
And you can see it, Jody. That's got to be the answer out there. When you see Taylor Brierly getting the puck over off in the weak side corner, and he does not just go screaming towards the north like we've seen him do 1,000 times, you know these guys are exhausted right now.
Face off to the left of Austin Lotz. Jared Bethune will be the man on the draw for Birmingham. Billy Bizzo for Roanoke. Puck controlled by Roanoke. Alvo, he'll rip one around the boards behind the net. Nenadal's there. He's going to try and walk it out in front. Good play by Turchev. Didn't let the shot get through. Now we have shot taken, never made it through to the net. The horn blows, and that's going to do it for 3 periods of incredibly entertaining, fun hockey. Although I do get a little upset from time to time, that was a very fun period of hockey. That shorthanded goal fired me up, Greg.
Oh, absolutely, Jody. And you talk about the level of hockey and how clean the hockey is, especially in the first and second game when both teams were fresh. But both teams having tough series up to this point. Coming into this finals, getting the first 2 games knocked out of the way, now you're down to, think about it this way, another 2 out of 3 series that starts tonight. This is a lot of hockey in a short amount of time with quick turnarounds, and something that both of these teams, you haven't had a whole lot of this. On top of after a 57-game season, right now, both teams are just doing their best, and you can see the kind of tentative play on both sides, but they don't want to be the one to make the mistake, and these guys are absolutely tired.
Overtime in a game 3 in a best-of-5 series. I'm telling you, I wear my emotions on my sleeves. I don't mind telling people how nervous I get. This one's going to be something to watch. If you're watching it, I know you're enjoying it. If you're listening, I hope you are at least on the edge of your seat like Greg and I. After 3 periods of play, Birmingham 4, Roanoke 4. Next goal wins. Next goal has a driver's seat in the remainder of the series. It doesn't get any bigger than this for Birmingham Bulls hockey. Okay, stay with us. Give us a chance to catch our breath, grab something to drink, refresh my throat, and we'll be back. Don't go anywhere. You don't want to miss this. Jody Chernesky and Greg Dreveny along with Pat Johnson, and you're listening to Birmingham Bulls hockey.
This is a shout out to the professional tailgaters, game day grillers, and potluck pros. Whether you bake it, smoke it, stack it, or melt it, there's nothing more important than how you cook up your team spirit while serving it with an ice-cold Coca-Cola, Coke Zero Sugar, or Coke Life. We may not all agree on the best game day food, but when you serve your meals with a Coke, you know you've got yourself a winner. Enjoy an ice-cold Coca-Cola at the Birmingham Bulls game. Coca-Cola, taste the feeling.
It's the classic dilemma at Whataburger. You pick up your patty melt with 2 fresh all-beef patties, melted Monterey Jack cheese, grilled onions, and creamy pepper sauce, And just when you're about to dig into Whataburger's take on this all-time classic, someone utters the dreaded words.
Can I have a bite?
Should you? Shouldn't you? Maybe you just take a big bite so you don't have to answer. Good thing that dilemma's over. Good thing there's the patty melt at Whataburger.
Hey Bulls fans, did you know the best place to score the most authentic hockey memorabilia and game day experiences all season long is with Dash Auction? The chance to meet your favorite player, take home the puck that scored the game-winning goal, or championship-winning jersey is right in the palm of your hands. Text DASH to 66866 and get ready to drop the gloves for the ultimate bragging rights. We'll see you at the auction, Bulls fans. This presentation of Birmingham Bulls hockey can also be heard while you're on the go via the Field Pass Hockey app. Read articles on your favorite team, view photo galleries, listen to live games and podcasts from across the AHL, ECHL, and SPHL by downloading the app, now available in the Google Play and Apple App Stores.
You are the barbecue boss, the sultan of spatula.
And upon the first bite of Whataburger's barbecue bacon burger, you think, hey, I could make this.
Your barbecue sauce might not be as smoky, and you probably wouldn't put both smoked cheddar and Monterey Jack on it. And you... Wait, is that bacon? Good thing there's room for more than one poobah of the pit.
Good thing there's the limited time barbecue bacon burger at Whataburger.
Chernesky and Greg Dreveny back at the Berglund Center here in Roanoke, Virginia. It's been one hell of a 60-minute play or a hockey game thus far. 4-4 is the score. A major penalty called with 7 minutes to go in the third period that would have just basically killed the chances of most teams. Birmingham not only responds for killing the penalty, but scores shorthanded to tie it up 4-4 and send this game into overtime. And Greg, as you said, as Roanoke was leaving the ice, that's a gassed hockey team. And as we were talking, they may have 3 minutes of hockey left in them before they're just trying to keep the puck out of their own net. Can we survive 3 minutes of what they're going to give us to start with?
Jody, I think so, because you're going to have the Bulls, and they're going to be coming out with the same game plan here. You've got to load up everything. Look down your lineup. Who are your freshest guys? Who's got that one burst left? Because after this initial 3 minutes, now we're back to the center of the ring with jelly-legged fighters throwing whatever bombs they can find left at the center of the ring. And like we said before, until one of them has to fall tonight.
I'm not sure this means anything. Not sure what it would mean. You would know more than me. Roanoke has not had an overtime game in this playoff. Birmingham has had 2 overtime games. Both games we've lost. The last time Roanoke had an overtime win was 16 months ago. No matter if it's regular season or playoffs. Last overtime loss they had was this March. Does that mean anything to you as a former player?
Absolutely. It means we have a chance, and we're here in the finals, and you come out and you bring it. And just recap, Jody, we were talking about it in between, off the air in the last intermission. Tell me about what you saw on Kolatarsi, because you said it best, that is extremely unfortunate that he is gone for the remainder of this game, because who knows how long that could be another 40 minutes from now. It could be 40 seconds from now. We don't know.
It's certainly, I mean, from that perspective, we came into this game with 6D. Now we've got 5D. People are going to have to double shift. You're going to have extra defensemen playing more shifts. There's going to be more ice time after already leaving everything they have on the ice. I still say there was no penalty on that to me from either player. They were both going for the puck. Kolatarsi tried to get out of the way. He knew he was going to get nailed. DeVito was diving for the puck to clear it. He goes headfirst into the boards, and they call elbowing.
At the end of the day, Jody, as a referee, both players have to make a play on the puck before you can have body contact. And what we saw there, neither player touched the puck.
No.
Both players had body contact each other. Call a double minor, send them both to the box for 2.
At best.
And that's it. But you can't fault Kolatarsi on that for a guy coming screaming across the ice, looking to kill him on the far boards. He lets the puck go and absorbs the hit. That's DeVito's fault for coming in and doing that.
Sure it is. He was winded. He was gassed. He was doing everything he could to clear the puck because Birmingham had it alive in their zone and they had no chance of clearing it. And somehow he goes into the boards head first. I still say, well, I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say it. I don't think the penalty should have been called. It was. We scored a shorthanded goal. Let's move on. Problem is we're down a defenseman. That's the problem.
Great analogy thrown into the Rocky series, the boxing legend. This is it.
All right, we're on our feet here. I don't know what you're doing at home, but we're underway in overtime. Puck played into the Roanoke zone. Papalardo giving chase. Lavalley has it. He'll try and get it free. Ninadal can't lift it past, but it comes free. Lavalley will skate into the Bull zone. Farley back defensively. Lavalley sends one wide. Papalardo there lets it go and clears.
Same play.
Same play as it was on the penalty. Both players let the puck go, crash into the boards. This time, no penalty. Brierly gives it to Turchiev. Just underway in overtime. Turchiev sends it ahead. Now Papalardo brings it in, drops it back for Mike Davis. Davis down low. Papalardo had Donahue in front, couldn't get him the puck. Papalardo still with the puck, though. Off the skate of Ford and back comes C.J. Stubbs. He rips one off the boards down into the Bull zone. Davis Ross lets it go. Mike Davis picks it up. He'll give it far side for Brierly. Lifts it high. Papalardo knocks it down. Stampahar will take it. He'll drop it back for Vroman. Ahead for Stubbs. Good pass for Ford. Drops it back for Stubbs. He keeps it in. In front, deflected. DeVito was there. Austin Lotz beat him to the puck, though, and he holds on. Close call.
What a save by Austin Lotz. That shot came from the point. DeVito right on top of the paint. Austin Lotz came out, cut down the angle. DeVito deflected it up towards the top corner, and Lotz was there with the glove. Bulls defense, if you can hear me, box out these guys.
Faced off to the left of Austin Lotz. Jordan Martin, Nick Ford. Here we go again with waiting on the puck to be dropped. Great hockey game out here. Come on, let's drop the puck and let's get underway. Dropped, controlled by Roanoke. Pepe will send it around the boards behind Lotz. Mercado and O'Day going in after it. Loose puck. Kept alive by Roanoke. That's Ford. He'll send it to Pepe, who gives it to DeVito. He'll drop it, send it around the boards again. Lotz takes a whack at it, can't clear it. Fords will have it behind the net. Nick Ford for DeVito. His shot was blocked in front, and Bethune clears. Pepe picks it up. He sends it far side for O'Day, out of his reach. He catches up with it first, though, and Roanoke clears through center ice. Now Romeo, as Roanoke clears, picks the puck up. Romeo, long pass ahead off the stick of McTavish. Can he catch up with it first? No, but he keeps it in. McTavish with Masson with him, who will send it around the far boards. Turchiev will get there. Turchiev behind the goal line for McTavish. On his back, tries to play it, comes free. Wiesner kept it alive for a moment, but back comes Jansen. Jansen sends it into the Bull zone. DiCarlo has it taken away from him, but loose puck picked up by Vizzo. Now Papalardo takes it. He'll skate ahead. He gets it far side for Wiesner. Valerian back defensively, deflects his shot. Now behind the net, played by Papalardo, taken away by Alvo, and Alvo can't clear. Davis keeps it in on the stick of Wiesner. Wiesner back at the point for Turchiev. Far side, Davis Ross sends one in front, loose, off the post! Off the post, Davis had it just off the post and cleared by Roanoke. My goodness. Davis brings it right back in. Davis drops it, Rose, shot goes wide and out of play.
I don't know that second shot by Rose didn't hit the post to go out of play. The Bulls.
Oh, it was there, Greg. It was there.
And like I say, folks, if you can't see what we're seeing, I mean, this is it. Knock down, drag out. Both teams, if you understand hockey, you know when you're fresh, every play, players are stopping and starting. They're not coasting, they're not taking big circles. Right now, these guys are doing everything in their power just to direct the puck in on net and keep their skates on the ice.
Off the draw, Stampahar gives it up for Vroman. Vroman clears, gloved by Brierly. He'll drop it and play it. Sends it far side for Carter, ahead for Mercado, taps it in, just like that back in the Roanoke zone. They'll try and clear, can't. Martin keeps it alive for Donahue. Back at the point, Brierly has it for Chase Carter. Wrist shot goes wide. Picked up by Sargis. He'll try his best to skate away through center ice. Brierly back defensively. He gets away from Brierly, but Mercado pokes it from him, and Brierly wraps one off the glass into center ice. O'Day having a little trouble with it. Gains control now. Sargis has it taken away by Bethune. Bethune will try and come in alone. 4 men back. Bethune with a backhander goes high and wide. Now Masson hustling over to keep it alive. Roanoke does clear. Romeo touches up. He'll no icing here. Romeo ahead for Bethune. Pepe on him. Loose puck along the near boards. Fought for O'Day and McTavish and Bethune. Puck comes free. McTavish keeps it in, spins and shoots right into the midsection of Rodebush, and he holds it.
And you can see it, Jody. All of the pressure right now is coming when guys are moving forward. You can see how hard it is. You talk about lead feet. If you're a hunter or a fisherman, you ever been out in the swamp and your feet get stuck in the muck, that Alabama red mud, and you're trying to step out of it. This is what these guys are going through right now, being 4 periods deep, third game in this series.
Papalardo on the draw opposite Nick Ford. Still waiting. And waiting. Puck drop. Comes back to Romeo. Far side Turchiev. Turchiev with it. Sends it along the wall. Behind the net. Played by Carson Rose. For Davis. Davis hit by Ford, but the loose puck picked up by Papalardo. Spins. Can't get the shot off. Now loose puck is cleared by Roanoke. DeVito couldn't take it away. Birmingham. Papalardo brings it right back in. Far side pass for Turchiev. Slap shot well high and wide. Loose puck along the boards. Rose flipped one in front looking for a deflection. Almost made it through. Now Ford. Long pass far side. Stubbs has DeVito there. Drops it back for Ford. Shot goes high and wide. At the point, Stampahar keeps it in. His shot goes wide. Birmingham player down. That's Romeo.
Whistle.
In his own zone, Romeo gets to his feet. I did not see what happened to him. I was watching the play at the point. Now loose puck, Turchiev and Romeo trying his best to get away. Sent back far side. Stampahar has it. For Roman, a shot deflected, never made it through. Now Romeo tries to clear and does. This one's going to be icing, though. He's not going to be able to come off the ice, Greg.
No way. I don't like that call one bit. What happened in the corner, Ford came out of the corner and absolutely hammered Romeo going for the puck. Same play we've seen 3 times, yet we have a guy off the ice for that very same play. No call right in front of the referee. The Bulls clear the puck on that last play, came up. Broman steps in from the point. He raises his hand to try and knock that one down. If it goes beside your hand, Jody, that's no icing.
Face off to the right of Austin Lotz. Dropped. O'Day has it. Jansen with a quick shot. Hard stop there and a big save there by Lotz. Jansen has his own rebound behind his net. Poked away from him. Pepe keeps it alive for Marcinkiewicz. Davis had a break, but he lost his edge. Now Rose pokes it away. Marcinkiewicz gets it back. Look out, Vizzo. He's got Jansen in front for Jansen. Save made, or it goes wide. Lotz looked behind him. He got a piece of it and sent it wide. Now it's played behind the net. Davis Ross has it. For Bricado. Comes outside the zone. Bricado fighting for it there. Vizzo takes it away. Vizzo in front for Ninadal. He couldn't get a stick on it in front. Jansen tried to kick it in with his skate. It wouldn't have counted anyway. The puck is played. Here comes Birmingham's Donahue. Donahue goes down. Into the corner. Alvo and Donahue come in after it. Sargis skates away with the puck. 13:47 to go in overtime. 4-4 the score. Ninadal can't get it deep. Sargis finds the loose puck for Valerian far side. In front, deflected by Sargis wide. Sargis will try and walk it out in front to the face-off circle. Is whistled one wide. Now Alvo keeps it alive. They found a step. Now it's given away. There's Lavalley, a shot save made by Lotz. He stepped right out in front. Lotz answered. And Wiesner clears. This is going to trickle in right on Rodebush so Birmingham can change. 13 minutes, 10 seconds to go in the overtime. DeVito backhands one, lots of save, and Lavalley crashes into the net, knocked it off its moorings.
And you've seen it. If you're watching this on Hockey TV, you saw the Bulls in about the first 6 minutes come out, and Roanoke could barely do anything in their defensive zone. They couldn't take shots. They couldn't clear the puck. And now you've got Birmingham in the same scenario. Roanoke weathered Birmingham, and now they're trying to push back. Roanoke's fans getting behind them here. 5,500 people going bananas, and the Bulls have to answer here.
Off the draw, Masson wins. Romeo pick it up and try and send it out to McTavish. McTavish tries to get it clear, but Masson does at the blue line. Wiesner has it. Wiesner with a shot, whistled it high. Now Roanoke's goaltender, Austin Rodebush, goes down. A nice little acting job there, but it's okay. He stops it. Doesn't look like anything is wrong with him. Played behind the net. Stampahar has it. Stampahar pressured by Papalardo. Gives it to Veroman, who gives it to DeVito, who sends it into the bull zone. Lotz plays it for Taylor Brierly. Off the boards and out. O'Day has it. Skates behind his own net. O'Day. Davis watching him. Still behind his own net. He'll try to skate it up. Gives it up to Vroman through center ice. Jared Vroman sends it deep. It comes right out in front. A bad bounce off the boards. Marcin Kavics has it. Far boards. Don Marcin Kavics, a shot gloved by Lotz, and he covers it up and holds it for a faceoff.
And Jody, you can see what Roanoke is trying to do here, I believe, to conserve energy and out of desperation, as they are keeping two wingers on Birmingham's far blue line when the puck is down here in their defensive zone. So Birmingham is always having a 3-on-2 down here down low. Roanoke's trying to suck them in and send a 3-on-2 of their own the other way without having their guys back check.
Pepe has it off the draw. Sends one deflected. Lott's got his glove on it. Made the save. Jansen picks up the rebound. Tries to curl in front. Romeo with a good play. Knocks him off. Now Bricato's pass is intercepted. Roanoke has it. Marcin Kavics plays it ahead for Jansen. Marcin Kavics, the fastest player on this team, no doubt. Now it's at the blue line. Pepe loses it. They'll call that one offside on the Bulls.
That one coming in on the Bulls, it hit one of the Bulls players in the bench, and that's what actually called that one back. The Bulls look to be onside there, but nonetheless, the puck will come back outside.
Looks like they'll drop it at center ice.
Yes.
Zach Masson. Garrett Sargis for Roanoke. Masson, McTavish, Bethune. The line out for Birmingham. Chase Carter, Archer Turchiev defensively. Turchiev's normal partner is Taylor Briley. I hope he's okay. Turchiev may be double shifting here is what it is. Masson behind the net. Can't get it away from Alvo. Alvo plays it for Nenadal. He backhands one looking for Lavalley. Couldn't find it. Now McTavish has Masson with him. Gets it to Masson off his skates. It was deflected. The pass was broken up. Now a big hit there by Alvo on McTavish. Of course, no penalty. Played now by Sargis. He's taken away from him by Carter. Masson will pick the loose puck up and back it.
McTavish can't even get back to the bench. That was a headshot all the way in the corner from behind. Valerian
has it taken away by Davis Ross, who gives it to Davis now with the shot. His pass or shot is blocked by Sargis, who will pick the puck up, drop it behind the net. Nobody there. Alvo will have to go back and pick it up for Roanoke. Steps out in front. Papalardo on him. He'll give it to Valerian. Gains the red line and sends it in. Around the far boards, played by Roanoke. Ford with it. Back at the blue line for Stampahar. Stampahar sends one in front, deflected by Stubbs, and it's wide, and Davis Ross clears. Davis on him. Tries to get it away. It's off the stick of DeVito. Vroman will pick it up and bring it in the Bull zone. He sends one in, easily gloved by Lotz, and he'll hold it. I don't know what to make of this play right now, Greg.
I don't know how you can't make that call right down there, right in the corner. McTavish posts up. Everybody knows what I'm talking about when I say you turn your back to the plate, a puck protect it. He's standing straight in the corner. He gets two gloves in the back of the head, rams his face into the glass, can't even get up off the ice to get back across the bench.
That's just
and you're telling me that that's not a penalty? Come on.
That's a bad non-call. They're showing it even on the board.
Yeah.
Boy, off the draw. Romeo wraps one around far side. For Donahue, can't get it clear. Taken away from him. That's Stampahar. He'll play it down low for DeVito off his stick. Bulls fortunate to get the puck and skate away. Donahue ahead for Martin, who lifts one into the zone. He'll go in after it, along with Roman. Loose puck behind the net, played by C.J. Ford. He can't get it out. Birmingham Donahue keeps it alive. Behind the net, played by Bricado. He'll give it up for Donahue. Far side, Martin will get there first. Back at the point for Turchiev to Romeo. Plays it down in the corner, Birmingham. Odd time for a defensive change, but that's what they're doing. Vroman takes it in the near corner, and he clears all the way down. That's an icing easy. So the faceoff will come back in to the Roanoke zone. We'll have a media timeout here. I didn't want to go to the first overtime, Greg. I want to win this game, but I don't know if I can make it to the second overtime.
Jody, I tell you what, the The biggest burst out of Roanoke, as far as, because you have to think about it right now. Both teams, what they're trying to do is conserve as much energy as possible for that one break. That's all they're looking for, is one break to go out, keep somebody with enough gas to go down and make a play and end this thing. But Roanoke, if they get a Birmingham player on the wall, they are exploding to finish those hits. That's the only time they're expending energy, hoping to take more energy out of the Birmingham guys. But,
well, if you're Birmingham, you can't really just go all out for the next 2 or 3 minutes and put everything you've got into it and put the pressure on, because if you don't convert, you're spent. And they'll turn right back around and turn it on you.
That's right. You're getting your opportunities. You're wearing them down. And as Birmingham, you just want to be the one with the puck and control and take this one down as much as you can and just keep pushing, climb the mountain.
McTavish and Ford on the draw. Puck kicked into the corner. Stampahar picks it up there. He'll curl away from Bethune. Stampahar gives it up for DeVito. Wraps one off the boards into the Bulls zone. Played by Lotz. Off the glass, not out. O'Day has it. Birmingham does clear off the skate of McTavish, though. Right onto the stick of DeVito. Turns it right back in. Now Lodge plays it for Turchiev, just out of his reach. Bethune catches up with it, and he just clears. It's almost like Birmingham's trying to catch their breath right here. Down is played into the Bulls zone. Turchiev along with Pepe. Now Stubbs giving chase. Bethune comes in, trying to poke it free. Finally comes free. That's Stubbs with it. Back for O'Day. O'Day sends a shot, saved, made through traffic. Rebound goes far boards. Pepe picks it up. Pepe sends one out for Marcinkiewicz, poked away from him. Bethune can't clear. Right back for Marcinkiewicz, gets away from McTavish for O'Day. Shot, save, made by Lotz. Vizzo right in front. Marcinkiewicz near face-off circle. Comes right into the slot, takes a shot, score! Watts had the initial save. It popped up in the air, crawled down his back, and rolled into the net for a 5-4 Roanoke win in overtime.
And that was the guy, Marcinkiewicz, that I said, you got to watch out for him because they're not playing him. That guy hasn't seen 5 shifts all game, but when he was out there, he skated. They held it out. He got the puck, came across, shot it. It hit Lotz, hit the crossbar, bounced around, hit him in the back of the head, rolled down his back. And I'd like to see a close-up of that one going across the line.
Well, it wasn't due to a lack of effort. It wasn't due to a bad play. It was due to Marcinkiewicz having a lot more left in his legs than anybody else on the ice did. And still, Lodge made a good save. It just rolled into the net. Birmingham had our chances early on in the overtime. If you can remember, Mike Davis hit the post.
And right behind him, Carson Rose hit the post.
So it isn't as if we didn't have our opportunities. We did. It just didn't bounce right for us. And it bounced perfectly for Roanoke. 5-4 Roanoke in overtime. 2-1 series lead now. One more win for Roanoke and they win the championship. That means Birmingham's forced to win 2 in a row, which is not easy to do when one of them is right here in this building, Greg.
And now you're right back here tomorrow night. And if it wasn't sold out tonight, I guarantee you it'll be sold out tomorrow night. And the Bulls in a must-win situation right now, being down 2-1 to Roanoke in the best-of-3 series. Now, that's left, the best-of-3 series, but the 3 out of 5.
I don't know if anybody can remember this, but I'll never forget it. 1997, Birmingham Bulls lost game 1 to the Charlotte Checkers at the Civic Center Coliseum. Won game 2 on home ice. Went up to Charlotte, lost a 1-goal game in game 3. And then in game 4, we lost and wound up losing that series to the Charlotte Checkers in 1997, 3-1. I have a better feeling about this team. I think they're a better team than Roanoke is, but it just didn't work out tonight. As hard as they played, especially during that major power play they had to kill and score a shorthanded goal just to get to this point. In spite of that, we still come up short.
Well, the one thing, and this will obviously be a big decision for Coach Simchuk tonight.
I know where you're going.
To sit and think about it, but the ace in the hole that the Bulls do have left is Hayden Stewart should be fresh to possibly play tomorrow night. Like I said, Austin Lotz, he's come in.
It's a tough call, Greg. Austin played great tonight. Without him, this game is long over with.
I agree. But, and now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying Coach Simchuk should do that. What I'm saying is the first thing you have to do is you're assessing what do you do tomorrow night. You've got to go, and as the head coach, I know Simmer will do this. He will go and he will talk with Austin Lotz and have a one-on-one conversation with him and just be like, how much have you got left in the tank? Where are we? And you see where that goes, how you feel about that conversation, and then you have to go check on your other goalie. And you check on Hayden Stewart.
It's a tough call.
And then there you are. And I'm saying, if we need it, that's all that I'm saying. The way Austin Lotz played tonight, I don't know that you can afford to take him out of the net at this point, but I'm just saying, I'm just putting all options of the road out there of what you could possibly do tomorrow night.
20 hours, we got to be right back in here to do this all over again. Is that enough time for Austin Lotz to get a night's rest and actually feel like playing again tomorrow after what he's faced tonight?
I'm saying 40 shots on goal, Jody, and of those 40 shots on goal, I would say 10 of those
easily
were not average saves. Those are energy expending, acrobatic, head over heels, diving across, doing the splits, keeping the Bulls in this game until the very end.
That's what I mean. That's a tough call. If you're at Craig Simchuk, what do you do with your netminders tomorrow? You're fortunate enough to have two good ones. Don't get me wrong. Either one I can understand. But, wow, what a game Austin Lotz had. It's a shame, just a shame that a goal like that ended this hockey game.
I'll tell you who's got a decision of their own is going to be Roanoke. Because looking at their goaltending situation,
they're not going to change.
Do you come back with Rodebush after,
Greg, Rodebush has played every game this playoff season for them. This was only their third home game the entire playoff season. He's not going to take him out. He's just not. He's only lost.
I hope they don't.
Well,
I hope they don't, so that the Bulls can come out tomorrow night and win this thing and take us back to Birmingham for Game 5 Thursday night.
That's at this point all we can hope for. So that's going to do it for us. I want to thank Pat Johnson for coming up here and helping us out and calling the penalties and goals when he could get the correct calls. The rosters were so messed up tonight that wasn't easy for him, but he knows hockey. He knows what to do, and he handled it fine. And Greg, you know how I feel about you. We got one more game to go before we go back to Birmingham, though. And I don't know. I don't know what to think at this point. I just know we got to come back here tomorrow night and go through all this again and hopefully have a little bit different outcome.
Be interesting to see. Pat, is there any updates on, are they doing the from Birmingham tomorrow? Is there any watch parties?
I believe that, the watch party right now that I know of is going to be at the Civic Center. They're going to be doing that there.
On the scoreboard?
On the scoreboard. They worked out all the details to make that happen, so it will be in the arena.
Well, that'll be fun if you want to go actually check it out and you don't have a subscription to Hockey TV. Is there a charge to enter, or is it free of charge?
I don't know. I would expect there's not.
Yeah.
So I expect it to be a fun place to go watch the game. It should be an exciting game.
If it's anything like last night, it'll be well worth your time. Or like tonight, I'm sorry.
Yep.
It'll be well worth your time. It's just a shame it ended the way it did. But one team can win each night, one team loses each night. And this night, it wasn't our night. So for Pat Johnson and Greg Drevany, I'm Jody Chernesky. Thanks for joining us, everybody. Once again, the final score in overtime, Roanoke 5, Birmingham 4. Thanks for joining us, everyone.